in
drops.
3, 2, 1.
All right.
Okay,
And we're
Tornadoes
live,
crew,
folks.
we are live here. So this is
Yep.
Dr. Shiva, your host from the PlayStation Vortex podcast. So this is episode 31. Thanks for tuning in, people. Today we are gonna have like few more panel members, but the thing is they're gonna drop in later. Right now, let's start and kick off the show with our amazing guest. You guys know since the beginning of times on the PlayStation Vortex, give it up to GTA fans since 97, Tornadoes crew. What's up? Say hi to the
Exactly.
people.
Evening, folks. It's gonna be an interesting one, especially with the E3, the streaming conferences, and whatever they're gonna show up. Um,
Absolutely. So
three. We'll see. We'll see
there
what
are
happens.
multiple people in the live chat. INX ISIV. I do not know how to like pronounce your name, dude. He says hi, first time here. What's up, brother? What's
Okay.
going on?
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome here.
Definitely.
No matter if you play Xbox, Nintendo,
Yeah.
Sony, even PC Master Race, it doesn't matter. We just talk our minds, little bit of facts, little bit of fiction. But the thing is, you're gonna be entertained and feel free to interact with us. So he says, I heard about you from King Trash Gaming. That's such a big honor. Dreamwalker
There
is
you
here.
go.
He says,
Indeed.
what's up?
Yeah.
Dreamwalker, thanks for dropping in on the chat, man. I think he has come down onto the podcast. Let me drag him down.
Yeah. There you
Let him
go.
set up his mic in the meantime. I think he's a little busy today. So, what's up, Inksys? Thanks for. I'm gonna give a shout out to King Trash Gaming. Such an amazing dude. He is
Yeah.
the reason I'm in the podcasting scene, man. I told him multiple times. To that, do you know what his response was? He just DM me yesterday saying, "It
That's pretty
feels
cool, though.
incredible, Dr. Shrivera. I want you to grow further, and my support is always with you." I was on his podcast 2 times. I want him to be on the podcast. The main thing which is stopping that is because our schedules are all over the place, and we come from different parts of the world, right? Our timelines
True.
do
True.
not match. That is the one issue. So thanks again for mentioning King Trash. Then hit the like button. Then Dreamwalker, if you're fixed your mic,
He's the
say hi
busy
to
man.
the chat.
There he is.
Yeah, what's up?
There he is.
What's
There
up?
he
Can
is.
you hear me?
Evening. Yeah.
The
Loud and clear.
person
Yeah.
who,
What's up, guys?
yeah, I think Dreamwalker powers reality more than Xbox power their dreams. What's up, man? Welcome again.
Well, thank
Everyone
you.
was saying,
Congratulations
I
for
got multiple messages on Twitter as well saying they love the beef between you and Tornado the other day between Forza and GT7.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
got an interesting one today actually though. I've been following that a little bit though,
Yeah.
and
So,
I figured like you know what?
wait, Tornado,
What's the best?
it's you, right? Why
yeah,
does
he
Yeah,
it
has
it's
say
changed
me.
his
It's
name
me.
because
you changed your
he's
profile, right?
fucking
I
pissed
just
off
joined. I
Yes.
at
wasn't listening
GT7.
to.
I know.
Oh,
It's me.
what's
It's
up?
me. It's me.
Yeah,
There's
it
a
wasn't a
reason why.
beef. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I like. I didn't want to come off as
Oh
aggressive or
no, it's
anything. We were
it's
just
okay. It's
sharing
okay.
thoughts, I guess, right?
It's okay.
So,
Here's the
one
thing.
second, guys. Nelson Gaming is
Yeah.
here
You first.
again. He's gonna drop in on the
Yeah.
what do you say, Discord again. He says Thrash is the king. He's why I started doing it too. He's a realist on the net. Absolutely, man. Shout out to him once again. Anyways, guys, let's
Me
address the
too.
topics at hand
I
we
joined
got
Discord and
today.
everything
Yeah,
because of
Dreamwalker,
Thrash.
then,
Yep.
and Tornado. Great to have you guys here. It's incredible. So what I'm gonna do now is
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Sure.
list out the things we're gonna talk tonight. Instead of let's try to reduce the total runtime of the show. God damn it. It was 5 goddamn hours, man. What the
I know. I
fuck?
know. I'm
That's
not gonna
too much
spend that
there.
much time though.
Yeah, I too do
Yeah,
not have too
I
much
shan't
time
today
tonight.
either.
So let's do this. So I'm gonna list out a bunch of topics. We're gonna completely segmentate our discussions based on those topics. Let's try
Yeah.
not to what do you say, wander off topic as much as possible. Even if we do that, we'll segue into them eventually. Anyways, here are the topics. First and foremost, we're gonna instead of going to the Battlefield 2042 rant and shit like
Yeah.
that. Before that, The main topic I want to talk tonight about is the Xbox. Sorry, it's a Microsoft Bethesda E3 hype and predictions. And I am hyped through the roof right now. That's what all you Xbox fanboys should be doing. You gotta be hyped through the roof. Do not underplay it. Do not try to reduce the damage it's gonna happen if it underdelivers. No, you gotta start demanding better, people. What the hell is wrong with you? No games till now. Anyways, this is
I
one
was
of the
gonna
topics.
say.
The first topic. Next, we're going to talk about the Battlefield 2042, all the huge ass bullshit which is going on with the game. People expecting that to be given them as part of the subscription service Game Pass, which didn't pan out. Now they're handing out like there is too many moves we need to like strategically talk about. It's great to see Dreamwalker and the GTA fan. I'm gonna call you GTA fan now.
It's cool.
So it's gonna be great to completely shred it into different bits and pieces. Then we gotta talk a little bit about other E3 excitement which brings this month, especially. I'd like to talk about Square Enix and Nintendo as
Oh yeah,
well.
you got some plans as well. Yeah,
And the
Square
fourth
Enix.
week
I
of
almost forgot
June, this
them.
is my speculation. I'm gonna say fourth week of June, the last week of June, there's gonna be something incredibly huge from Sony. That's what I feel. They're gonna sit
Hmm.
back, enjoy
Yeah,
the show,
me
and
too.
then crap on everyone with one simple goddamn state of play. Fuck E3, they dictate how hype is generated in the market. Next, we're gonna talk about Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart reviews and all the expert dudes who are completely pissed off right now because they are eating crow for all the wrongfully inaccurate claims they made. Anyways, my previous episode, Dreamwalker, I think you weren't there. Myself, I think Nelson came and joined
No.
in the last moment. I ranted
Hmm.
for almost like over 1.5, 2 hours. So it was incredibly exciting, and I'd like to tell you guys that till now, that has hit the most amount of views on YouTube in such a short span, and it has got the most amount of dislikes.
Ooh, oof.
That's
Yeah, I
All
just
right.
saw that. I haven't listened to it yet. What happened?
so. You watched the video, right? Not it?
I
No,
haven't
actually, I
watched
haven't
it though, to
listened
be
to it
Yeah,
yet.
honest with you.
I
you
think
do
there's a
listen to
chance.
that. Do listen to that. If
Okay, okay.
you are an
I'll have a look into it.
Xbox fan, you're gonna hit that dislike button, man. I completely blurted out so much shit directed at them for all the bullshit they started spreading on the internet. So that is one thing. You guys need to go
But
and watch it, though.
but that's just. I mean,
A
that's
little
just
bit.
facts.
Watch.
I
Who
mean,
gives a
they
fuck
always
about
have to.
getting ratioed,
Um,
right? Who gives a fuck about dislikes, likes?
Dive,
Anyways,
dive.
it all
Dislikes
feels
don't
good if you
matter.
guys.
I mean, it just,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just a metric
You know,
again.
at the
it doesn't matter if it's just
at the
engagements. It doesn't
But the
matter if
thing
it's a
is, I got
like or
yeah.
dislike.
See,
you know what the saying says,
hate
eh? Or at least
hate
how the saying
itself
goes,
is
eh?
a form
Negative
of
news is also news, eh?
emotional reaction,
Just
right?
saying.
Yeah, negative
Love
PR.
and hate both are equal and opposite emotional reactions. So I got so many emotional reactions out of people. That's a good thing to know. Fuck their dislikes,
I
anyways.
meant in terms of like YouTube algorithm. If they gave you dislikes, it'd
It's
be
not gonna show
still
up
as
more
efficient.
anyway. Fuck that, man. I am not here to please the market, please these weird ass fanboys just to get likes. Do whatever the fuck you guys want to do. I do not give a fuck. The Black Prodigy has invaded the live chat. He says Starfield, Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, Battlefield 2042, Project Typhoon, Tales of Arise, Game Pass Day 1,
iPhone?
Persona
What's
5
that?
Xbox Game Pass.
Well, he's
Prod,
certainly ambitious.
Prod,
I'll give him that, though.
he's still going on and on in his live
Wishful
chat.
thinking as
Project
always.
Omen. Dude,
Yeah, like I said, he's ambitious. I'll give him that, though.
yeah, it's always humbling to have you here, brother, the Black Prodigy. But whenever you feel like you have, what do you say, got a little bit of Vaseline, please apply it on your ass and please come down to Discard. We got shit to talk. Anyways, You need some lube, my friend. You need it. You need it. After looking at what Sony is doing right now with Xbox having zero games, and you are still hyping up for shit which you haven't seen, that shows a lot. I think a little bit of smacking up and down is needed. With I duly respect your confidence. Please come down on Discord if whenever you feel like. Anyways, let's kick off the show. Here's my big analysis of Microsoft Bethesda E3 showcase, right? So, because
Rubber bands.
Tornado brought this up, it was awesome. It was a nice observation. This is a
Yeah.
question I'd like to ask the people on the live chat right now on YouTube.
Hmm.
Can you guys tell me why they have labeled it Microsoft Bethesda E3 Showcase and not
Exactly.
Xbox Bethesda E3 Showcase? That's
I'm
really,
not.
really telling. That's huge if you guys dig down into what kind of shitty ass backstabbing kind of marketing which Microsoft is
I
I
doing.
hadn't
always
thought
say
about
it's.
that. So what do you think?
Yeah. So, okay, let's start with Tornado. I think he's thirsty to get on the nerves of the bots.
No, I
So,
wouldn't say thirsty, but I'll give my two
feisty,
cents what I think
feisty.
about it. It's all in the details. I always say, yeah.
Okay, Tornado, take it
And
away from me. Myself
yeah,
and Dream will we're not gonna interrupt you once you go. Plus,
yeah,
but
no
one
worries, no
thing,
worries. It'll only
please
take
do
maybe
not
2 or 3
jump to any
minutes.
other topic from here.
No, no,
Please
no. I'm
stick
sticking
down
with
to
that
one
thing, yeah.
topic.
I'm just sticking with
Again,
the
to
E3
people
thingy.
dropping in
Yeah.
here on YouTube right now, this is my question: why is the next E3 conference from Microsoft labeled Microsoft Bethesda E3 Showcase and not Xbox Bethesda E3 Showcase? Anyways, Tornado, take it on.
Yeah, I was actually under the assumption, to be honest with you, I figured like if you had any confidence in your own studios, you would have actually labeled it as Xbox Game Studios because that's officially their name of all of their products that come from them, right? From their first party studios, and that includes actually Bethesda that they acquired. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, it's like I said, it's all in the details. Why do you mention that as a separate entity? I'm like, and I'm speaking hypothetical. Let's just say they have a disastrous show, for any reason whatsoever. If their games don't latch on or don't have an appeal or whatever. I mean, you can clearly say like from Microsoft's angle, like, oh no, it wasn't us, it was Bethesda's fault, right? Because they labeled it Bethesda. I'm like, from my perspective, I'm like, you don't have any confidence in the $8 billion of money that you spend in that company. If you had any confidence, in my opinion, you would have just labeled it Xbox Game Studios and be proud of what you had. But maybe I see it different. If anyone in the panel hears this or anyone watching this video, hey, I'll be gladly be corrected on that one, you know. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm just saying. But I'll let you take it away from here, Dr. Shifiro Dreamwalker. So that's all I wanted to say on that topic.
Okay, Dreamwalker, I like your opinion on that, whatever you feel, because just now you realized it, right? And then I'm gonna give my opinion on that.
Uh, Honestly, I don't have much to say about this. As I said, I hadn't even noticed that. And to be totally honest, it's not that big of a deal to me. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's like an official thing. They never mentioned Xbox Bethesda or. I mean, there was a hashtag. No, no. Here's the thing. There's a hashtag on Twitter which is like Xbox Bethesda, right? So there's that.
See,
And
I'll
It's
tell
a
I don't
separate
know.
you.
At the
entity
end of the
again,
day,
how they mentioned them.
See, I'll tell you why I feel why they have labeled it that way. It's always been beating around the bush. That's what they love to do, right? So basically, what I feel is, as Tornado mentioned, they lack the confidence. They lack that, what do you say, interest or even dependence upon themselves. They want others to showcase shit which is dropping on their platform, right? Bethesda, they have claimed it
Honest.
for almost like $7.8 billion. They are their own first party studio, and they feel they are still dependent on Microsoft's wallet, on Satya Nadella's approval. Phil Spencer is just a freaking PR guy who makes certain decisions. But when it comes to funding, I definitely feel Xbox isn't making as much revenue. You can say revenue, but I think profit. I don't think Xbox is making as much profit compared to its peers like Nintendo and Sony. So, whatever the new things which are coming up in the media briefing and all the decisions regarding Game Pass, trying to acquire more studios, purchasing decisions, all these, I think these things can be done only if Microsoft has its, what do you say, wallets,
If only they
opens
do
its
the
wallets,
sign
right?
off on that,
It's not
pretty
just
much.
about Xbox. Xbox is on a spending spree. It's just a subfamily of Microsoft. Microsoft is a $1 trillion company. People confuse the shit out of this. They say Xbox is a $1 trillion company. They can do whatever the shit they want.
No,
Sony
no, no, no. It
is
doesn't
just
go
a
like
billion
that, though.
dollar
If that
company.
were the case, then they would have had a lot more money to their disposal, though. That's not the case.
Oh, the Black
They
Prodigy is
wish.
here. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God. Let him, let him,
The
let him,
Black
let him come.
Prodigy.
Let
Yeah,
him
let them
come.
in.
What's up,
The
brother?
only.
What's going on,
Yeah.
Black Prodigy?
Evening, man. Yeah.
Yo,
What's up?
Yo.
oh,
First
Evening, man.
evening. First and
hello.
foremost, it's called Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. It's not called Microsoft and Bethesda Game
Screw the fuck.
Showcase.
Just give me a moment. I'm gonna share the link from the official Microsoft website.
I'm
I
on
know your wimpy ass is
Microsoft.
gonna say that shit.
I'll
I'll
post in
just
the
share
Discord
this.
too.
Just watch that.
And second of all, this is a media conference. The
Ah,
whole
there you
world
go.
is
Oh,
not
Yeah.
nerds like
understood.
us, so they
Understood.
don't
They
know that
they want,
Xbox bought
see,
Bethesda.
gaming is a
Yeah,
nerd
but this
kind
is
of
already telling, huh?
business.
They put it really with big capital letters there.
Yeah,
Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase.
it's
Thank you, Prodigy,
Microsoft.
for that one.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
gonna share the link. I'm gonna share the link, you guys, because whatever the shit which Black Prodigy is pulling right now, he does it with confidence. I give respect to that brother. It's all good, fine. We are all people who love, what do you say, our opinions, right? I give full credibility to your opinions, but if your opinions are flawed, I'm gonna absolutely crush them. So I have shared the link on the live chat. You people listening right now, hit that link and just check it out. It's Microsoft Bethesda 2021 E3 briefing. It's not Xbox. You mentioned something which was incredibly, what do you say, intelligent. That's what you felt, right? You said like it's a, what exactly was that? That word? It's a media briefing, right? When exactly
Yeah,
are you guys gonna talk about games?
they'll talk about games during the media briefing. You can't link what is CBR? That's how they titled it. If CBR titles Microsoft and Bethesda, that's not
Dude,
what
please do
Microsoft has
not
put out.
waste our times, man. Do not want to go to the official multiple sources. I just, whatever I got from Google search at the top search results. Okay, do you want to get something from Windows Central, which is owned by Microsoft? Okay, I'm
I
gonna
just
share a
showed you
link.
what Microsoft put out.
Okay.
Xbox Twitter said is
Oh,
an Xbox and
Saltius Gaming
Bethesda
is
game
here.
show.
Incredible to have you, brother. It's incredible. It's an honor for me. Thank you for
Oh, what's up,
accepting,
Salty?
sending me an invite to check
Yes.
out as a guest on your show. That was really an humbling experience. So, Saltius Gaming, again, this is the question I brought in again. So, why is the showcase, E3 showcase, called Microsoft Bethesda E3 21 showcase instead of Xbox Bethesda showcase? That's the
I'd
debate we are
call it
having.
Xbox Game Studios if it
Can I
were up to me, yeah?
Yeah,
But that's a
can
different
I
story
tell you
altogether.
why?
Doc,
Can,
Doc.
can I tell
yeah,
you why?
yeah. Tell me.
Because it's a media briefing. The whole world doesn't know that Microsoft has bought Bethesda.
Whole
This
world
is
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
doesn't
whoa,
know
whoa. Hold up.
Xbox exists, my friend.
You're telling
That's
me
how
that they
Yeah,
shitty
don't know about
of a
that big
position they
spending
are
spree?
in right now. The world doesn't know Xbox
I'd be
exists.
surprised, though.
That is the reason they
they don't
want to
know that
use
they're
okay,
doing.
Microsoft
okay.
to gain that
Guys, here's the
momentum.
thing.
Yep. Tell me.
I have to agree with the Black Prodigy and disagree with him. So basically, I think this is called uh, Xbox Bethesda as well, or they're calling it both of the names. I don't know because, as I told you, there's a hashtag on Twitter which is Xbox Bethesda. There's no hashtag like Microsoft Bethesda or anything, right? So that's gotta
Okay.
tell something. And the other thing is, I mean, the name itself. How does it matter? How important is it?
See,
And but I have to disagree with Black Prodigy on like he said it's about the media briefing and the world doesn't know Microsoft bought Bethesda, right? So
Hmm.
here's the thing: the world doesn't need to know that. Only gamers care about that, right? So gamers know Xbox and Bethesda. Arguably, they know less about Microsoft. And this is a show about gaming, right? So
so I'm gonna
honestly, I
answer
think we're
your
reading
question
too
here,
much
Dream,
into
real
it.
quick. Instead of wasting
I mean,
time,
here's
what
a
I'm gonna say is
okay,
agree to your
and
opinion.
just one last thing.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, let's say it's called Microsoft Bethesda, right? I mean, does that really change anything? Like they're gonna show games and whatnot, right? So
I hope so.
I don't know. That's my
Hopes.
opinion.
Dude, this is a freaking podcast, right? We're gonna nitpick every small goddamn, what do you say, observation we make. It doesn't matter, absolutely. Nothing matters for Xbox right now. Even games do not matter for them. That's the reason they are not delivering on games. Then what the fuck do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to talk about the recent gameplay they showed, which was running in engine at like 4K 60? Do you want me to talk about the recent Halo Infinite, what do you say, gameplay trailer of the campaign, which looked amazing, which was like looking like a console seller? Do you want me to talk about, what do you say, which the release dates of all the games of the upcoming Xbox Series X and S exclusives? Is there any topics for us to talk when it comes to like Microsoft right now? That's the reason we are nitpicking the smaller things because we're
It's funny.
I'm just warming up to Black Prodigy. Anime God is here. Saltiest Gaming once again. He says they are pushing more into PC and other platforms. And that absolutely that that shows
That is a good
why they
point.
use Microsoft more than
Mhm.
Xbox. Microsoft is paying the bills for all the fucked up decisions which the Xbox Phil Spencer and their team are doing. Microsoft is taking the L's. Microsoft is pushing Xbox as one of their platforms, right? It is Microsoft's showcase. That is the reason it's labeled that way. So,
I just showed you it's not labeled that way. So why do you keep calling it that?
enough. Let's
I
move
just
on.
posted
Let's
the
move on.
picture from the official Xbox Twitter. Dreamwalker just told you that the hashtag is called Xbox and Bethesda E3 Showcase. It's not called Microsoft and Bethesda. It's called Xbox and Bethesda.
But on multiple websites, even on the official site, even Windows Central calls it a Microsoft. We have seen this before, right? I'm not gonna completely focus almost like 20 to 30 minutes on this discussion. I just want to talk about this one point which felt like it needed mentioning. That's the reason I mentioned. Anyways, Anime God, have you got your mic set up? How about you, Nelson? Welcome to the show, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Absolutely, go ahead. Black
Okay,
Prodigy is
if it's
here.
bad quality, my mic, I got a new phone and I don't have an audio jack, and that's how I was
No
doing
issues, dude.
stuff before.
It's
So
fine
I'm
as of
I'm gonna
now.
have to invest in that.
I
Okay.
think I'm gonna ask the same question to everyone. All you people on the live chat and on YouTube, can you guys listen? What do you say? Hear every one of us clearly. If not, let us know whom you cannot listen properly, so that I can wrap up the, what do you say, rack up the mic volume. So Nelson, anyways, let's not waste too much of time. Okay, Black Prodigy, real quick, I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes. Take away from here. We are just gonna listen to you. What is making you excited or lose your mind and make you completely lose your shit waiting for the let us call whatever you want. Xbox, Bethesda E3 showcase. What's making you excited? Just let me know.
First and foremost, we're gonna see Starfield. That alone is a game big enough to get me excited for Sunday. It's been time we find out what the game is about. It's been time we see some gameplay, and it's a Todd Howard game. We know who Todd Howard is. He's a legendary game developer,
Fuck you. You
and
got
he's
two
gonna deliver.
minutes. I do not want what you say
Also, shoot
I'm
out
biographies
some
I'm
here.
exceptions.
going.
Just tell me what is getting you
I'm
excited.
going. I'm going. We got Starfield. We got Halo. We got Forza. We got all the IPs, the rumored IPs that Microsoft is buying. We got Project Typhoon. We got the rumors that Microsoft will be acquiring Avalanche Game
One sec,
Studios.
Wooly Gamer is here. What's up, brother? It's an honor to have you and Salty together. It brings incredible joy again. Move on.
Holy
Yeah,
shit! I
please
love this
continue.
video.
Black Prodigy, what's up?
We have Bethesda with all their studios, and we know that some of their studios are going to be announcing some things there, such as Project Omen, which is the vampire game that one of the team is working on. I think is Arcane, I believe, is working on that project. And there's is just the possibilities of this conference. You know, we've been waiting a long time to see some games, so that's what I'm excited for.
Okay, you did not sell me on the excitement at all. There was zero shit which you said. You just blurted out
I'll give him
whatever
one. I'll
everyone
give him
knows,
one. The
right?
Forza one.
See,
The
I do
Forza one
not
is
want
gonna
to
blow it out of the
listen
water. I'll
something.
give him one.
See, yeah, okay, let's give him a W. They are like swimming in L's right now. So let's give him a W. What do you have to say regarding the fucking Battlefield 2042 not being day and date on Game Pass? People were like completely saying it's gonna drop on Game Pass. It's gonna be bomb. The next Madden is gonna be on Game Pass. What do you have to say regarding that?
Is that confirmed?
Uh, we are talking about reality here, not the dreams you have at night. I'm talking about what has been confirmed, dude. We speak facts. So you two speak facts.
I
I give
mean,
respect
that's
for that.
I'm gonna buy the game regardless, so I don't
Give
really
it up to
care
the Black
if it
Prodigy
drops
here.
on Game
We are gonna
Pass.
give a
Yo, you
standing
do know that
ovation.
it doesn't have a single player campaign, eh? Just saying, eh?
Okay, dude, are you gonna buy the gold edition, or are you gonna buy which is that the ultimate edition for $100?
Ooh.
What are you gonna
I
buy?
ain't buying I'm not buying an Ultimate Edition.
You're getting the standard edition then?
Like I said, eh? No single player campaign,
So
boys. Just saying.
oh, one more thing, Black Prodigy. It's humbling to have you here because we get that amazing perspective from the other side of the spectrum, from the Xbox side. So we completely respect your opinion. Don't take us as if we are gangbanging you or jumping on your throat or your ass. Absolutely not. We are
What
all
the?
gamers. We all love each other. We all give full respect to our opinions. So, with that out of the way, what I'm saying is Battlefield 2042. Now, I'm only saying the confirmed things, right? It's got no campaign. It is multiplayer only. They've already shown, what do you say, just a CGI fucking trailer without what do you say, actual gameplay, which is gonna be debuting on Microsoft Showcase during that time period. And then
Yep.
they have this huge ass roadmap for battle passes. There's gonna be
Oh my god.
microtransactions. They can deny that, but I absolutely gonna say there's gonna be microtransactions. As of now, they've shared like how many maps was it? 7 maps. So they said so many things regarding that game, right? But the main kicker is it it doesn't even have battle royale. So, knowing all this shit without watching gameplay, are you still excited and are you going to buy Battlefield 2042?
Definitely. We don't need single player for Battlefield, and we don't need Battle Royale. Battle Royale is played out. Why do I want to keep playing Battle Royale? It's played out now.
You've been playing the regular multiplayer for fucking 20 years. How's that not played out? And Battle Royale is. I'm just wondering.
Okay, Black Prodigy,
multiplayer?
here's
Who
another
is
question.
the
When
Team Deathmatch
Warzone
and
on Call
whatever.
of Duty right now, Warzone is a free to play experience, right? What I'm getting at is just because Call of Duty Black Ops 4, you guys remember, it didn't have a campaign. It had multiplayer. It introduced Blackout, which was the very first introduction into Battle Royale. Despite that, it received so much negativity. Though I'm not talking about fucking sales, I'm talking about people's opinions, people's decisions to buy the game, or people's like engagement and their overall opinion. Despite that, they completely changed it up. Modern Warfare, the remake, the recent one, the reimagining, which came last year, it was incredible. The campaign was incredible, and the recent release, Black Ops Cold War, the campaign was fine. What I'm saying is, I know Battlefield games, the campaign is not their strong suit. Call of Duty campaigns have always been better than Battlefield campaigns when it comes to the production values, even like the overall engagement we get out of them. Modern Warfare 2 campaign, the No Russian Mission, you guys remember? That was incredible back in the day while I played it on PlayStation 3. Next point is, I know, but still, isn't that asking price of $70 too goddamn steep? Doesn't it feel they're ripping us and milking the franchise at this point? Why
I'm gonna say
isn't that
yes.
game a fucking free to play? Why the hell not?
That's thank you.
Yeah, especially when there's battle passes, you're gonna have
Thank
You guys
you.
take
$300
it
invested in
from
that
here,
game.
guys. Yeah, I'm
Thank
waiting.
you. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you. That's why I posted that article in the chat room, man. The last one. 4 fucking passes already announced, man, and the goddamn game isn't even out yet. What the hell?
Yeah,
And
you're
you're
looking
gonna
at
ask $70?
$200.
What the fuck, man? My
What's the price
advice
for
to
the Ultimate Edition? You guys know?
oh man, what is it? 100, 120, something like that? In that ballpark? I don't know.
You think if you're gonna pay $70, you at least get the first 2 seasons for free, or something.
I was gonna say,
you know what I mean?
or at least one season, at the very least, at the minimum. But no, they're actually already like, hey, look, man, we got 4 battle passes for your ass, and more coming.
Yeah,
on,
that's a
man.
$300 game over 2 or 3 years. But people complain about
Here's
a $100
another interesting thing,
open world experience. It's
Man,
crazy.
unbelievable.
bro. Here's another thing. The game, for those who have EA Play subscription, they get monthly exclusive rewards.
Yeah.
So
What are
That's
those
totally
rewards?
fucked
That's
up.
what I
You
would
gotta
like to
have
know.
enough subscription.
That's totally
I don't
like
know.
it's like a
No, there you go.
compartmentalizing video games. Don't you? It's like
You know, I said that on Twitter,
pigeonholing your
bro.
experience, right? It doesn't sing well.
Absolutely.
If you guys tell me
You know,
that's
at
the
this
fucking
point,
future of gaming, which is completely like promoted by subscription services, I goddamn do not want these subscription services to exist. And one question to Black Prodigy: what consoles do you own, and what consoles do you play the most on?
I know he has a PS5. I know
All the
that.
consoles. I play on Xbox the most, but I got all of them.
Fuck your Xbox. I asked the name of the console. Xbox is not the name of a console,
He's
dude.
got a PS5 though. I
got
know
a
that.
Series X. I got a PS5. I got a Switch. I got a PS4 Pro.
Oh, one sec. Did you say a Series
The
S?
man got
S
a
for shit?
Switch.
X,
Yes.
X,
Yo.
X, Series X, Series X.
X. Okay, fine. Then PS5?
Yep, PS5.
Got a PS5. What games have you been playing recently?
Beat Returnal, playing Ratchet tonight. Beat Resident Evil 8. Playing MLB from here and there on Game Pass.
Oh my god. Go on.
What else have I been playing?
Why the fuck are you thinking about what you're playing right now? I'm saying what you're playing right now, not yesterday, day before yesterday. I didn't ask you what you had for breakfast 5 days ago, dude. Why does it take so long? You're thinking about what we are gonna judge based on your opinions of what games you play. I'm not gonna do that. You're
No, it's
completely.
not that.
I
It's not
still
that, it's just-
remember I was on Discord once during the like few months ago on King Thrash roundtable. I remember you were there, and King Thrash and Sick Humor TV, you guys might be knowing, both of them gangbanged you, dude, by pulling out your stats on the gamer score and the PlayStation Network ID. You have played loads of games, invested so much of time on PlayStation platforms, on the PlayStation 4 compared to the Xbox. Your game completion rate
Not
is less than
true.
fucking 10%, dude.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's
That's not
absolutely
true.
true. I do not
No,
have the
no,
time
no.
and patience to pull up all those facts. Yeah, I'm gonna share tomorrow in
What
the
are you
comment
what are you
section.
playing? What are you playing, Doctor? What are you playing?
No, first answer my question. Haven't you played more on PlayStation 4 than on the play Xbox platforms?
Oh, I only play exclusives on PlayStation. I only play Sony exclusives. Everything else I play on Xbox.
Okay.
Everything else, third party,
Then
multiplayer, everything
absolutely
else.
that's totally understandable. Respect because you are giving enough time and attention to games which deserve time and attention. But you're blowing steam out of your lungs and your ass just saying Microsoft Xbox is going to blow PlayStation games out of the water. Do you think after Bethesda Xbox showcase, how many release dates of Xbox Series X and S exclusives are gonna be shown? First point. Second
At
question to
least
you
five.
is, fuck you, dude. Let me complete my question. This is my podcast. So, first question is, how many games are gonna get release dates? Concrete fucking release dates. How many of those are gonna launch this year in 2021? And how many games are still gonna be showcased with fucking CGI trailers? And how, which is that Ninja Theory are still location scouting? Look at the Himalayas. Look at this rock. Look at this pussy. This is how we are designing our characters. Who wants to look at that shit? When the game was announced officially in 2019 during the Game Awards, and there is no gameplay to be seen till now. I am excited for Hellblade 2, absolutely, because I love the first game, but I don't think whatever they shown was anything apart from CGI. So please answer these three questions.
At least five, I would say minimum. We're gonna get some release dates. Three of them. I would say three big titles for the fall,
Okay, what are those?
and
What are those?
the three big titles for the fall.
Yeah, with release
We got
dates.
Halo. We got Halo Infinite. We got Forza Horizon 5, and then there's an unannounced IP that they're gonna announce that's gonna drop in the
So
fall
you're
also.
saying an unannounced IP is gonna release this year,
Yes.
day and date on Game Pass.
Yes, all of them. Day and day
All of
Game
them,
Pass.
right? Beautiful, man. That's this is the kind of momentum, this is the kind of fucking what do you say, cult you guys have built up, which is floating the boats of Microsoft, which is making people buy the console, because there is this, what do you say, you guys know in medical terminologies there is something called herd immunity.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yeah.
When there is a ring of people, loads of people brought in a small space together, they are gonna be immunized and their immune levels will be increased. And these people, like a herd, are gonna avoid the same kind of infection, same kind of antigen, because they develop the antibody without getting infected in the first place. Anyways, instead of wasting you guys' time, this is what is herd immunity. That is going on with Xbox dudes without having anything. I do not know, man, how you guys have this positive attitude in life. I absolutely do not understand. Uh, I'm gonna give you guys a standing ovation for all this positivity, but I'm gonna allow you guys to share your opinions regarding the same topic with same question. How many release dates? How many of them will be in-game gameplay? How many of them will be CGI? Let's start with Anime God. Have you set up your mic, dude? Nope.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, and Anime God, you heard the question. Please answer.
No, I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry. What was it?
Okay, then Dreamwalker, I'm
I'm
gonna get
driving.
back
My
to you.
bad.
I'm
I'm
gonna
on my
get
way to
back to
work.
you, man. Let Dreamwalker speak. How many CGI trailers? How many concrete release dates? AAA exclusives from Microsoft Bethesda showcase.
We talked a little about this last time. honestly, I'm not expecting much overall, but I do at least hope that it's gonna be one of the better showcases for Microsoft because now they have Bethesda, and as I said before, personally, I like Starfield to be good. I hope for it to be good because I liked Skyrim and Fallout, those franchises. I did not like Fallout 76, but I want it to be good. And even if the game itself won't be like great or anything, I'm almost sure that they're gonna do a hell of a job in terms of selling the product
Dude,
or
you didn't
even
answer
fooling
the
them.
question though. We're gonna discuss back and forth regarding the
CGI
excitement.
trailers.
Yep.
Well, that's what Microsoft does, right? I mean, it's mostly CGI trailers. But for Halo, they gotta do something for Halo at this point.
They gotta deliver,
Because,
man. No more smoke and mirrors, man. No
yeah.
more CGI. They gotta deliver. It's that simple. You have to deliver.
Well, the rumors, yeah. Well, the rumors were
They
saying that
better
they're gonna
deliver
show
on Halo,
multiplayer only.
Forza, Starfield, or anything, man. Like
Didn't
what the Black Prodigy
answer
said.
my question.
can't show
How
CGI.
many
They
fucking
can't show
games
CGI for multiplayer.
which are gonna release this year?
None.
That's
None of
what
them
I
are gonna
like to
release this
hear.
year.
I do
Halo.
not.
Yeah.
I
No,
do not want
Bethesda
the
could have
theories,
something.
right?
Maybe.
I
Maybe
hope
like
so for their sake,
one
man.
game.
I
Microsoft is
I
gonna be
think they'll have
2022.
yeah, they'll drop something, but not nothing significant. Not nothing that you think is good. Like
But
Starfield
they're
ain't
gonna
coming
show.
out. I don't even think
They're
Halo
gonna
is
show
gonna come out
third
this year.
parties though.
I was gonna ask the Prodigy,
I
but
think I
he's
gotta move on,
unfortunately not
people.
here anymore.
We are gonna discuss on multiple topics here. I'm not like my
No,
question was simple, right?
but
What about
Xbox
you,
already.
Tornado? Same question, man. How many games which are gonna be shown on the showcase? Who gives a fuck about games which are early in development? We are not
Yeah,
going
okay,
there and
okay.
watching it
I
just
know,
to
I know,
get
I know.
our
I know.
pants down. We are
I
watching
know.
the shit to see what Microsoft
Um,
has to offer this year. So my question again, how many games being shown there will have a release date this year and next year? That's my question.
this year,
Tornado, take it
this
off.
year, this year. If I have to pick one, I'd say, and I hope to God that they're up to speed with the development. Forza Horizon 5. That should be a possibility to release this year. It should be.
No, it's not.
If I'm wrong, sure, I'll take an
Yeah,
L on that one.
I
I
don't
don't
see that
care.
as well.
Let
I'm
him
telling you now,
complete his
you're wrong.
sentence,
Tornado.
please. Let him complete. Okay, Forza Horizon 1. Next.
Um, man, Halo Infinite, then I guess it, I might be wrong on that one as well, but you got to deliver. I mean, they already had a year extension of development, right? I mean, it was supposed to come out last year. We're now in this year, right? 2021. It has to deliver, man, in some way, form, or shape.
Okay.
Those are the only two that I can think of, to be honest with you. Everything else, man, it's
Smoke
CGI,
and
or
mirrors.
what the other guy said, none, pretty much.
Okay, Nelson,
Yeah,
what
I'm telling
about
you,
you, dude?
that'll probably be the only game. That'll
Yeah,
probably
and
be the only
God
game.
was that. Yeah,
I'll
he said
get
none.
back to you, Anime God. Just a moment. Nelson,
Yep.
what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I want Xbox to do good, have a great show and shit, and I want to play some stuff on Xbox too, you know. But everyone, all these Xbox fans, they're going off rumors and hopefuls and acquisitions and stuff. It's all rumor and nothing factual based on it. Maybe they could. Hopefully, they do something, you know. Hopefully,
Yeah.
but people bank too much on the unknown.
True.
And insiders and all this shit. People that don't,
Man,
have never been
facts.
right a day in their life. They never been right a day in their life, but they still put the trust in.
Facts, facts.
Okay, Anime God, what's
Oh,
up, man?
dude.
How many games are you
Yeah.
expect to drop this year or next year?
I think. Listen, I really think they're not gonna drop any big titles. Maybe if I had to pick one, it would probably be Halo. Only because, like you said, it should have dropped last year. Then they got an extended amount of time to make it look the same. I guess because I mean, how much more can you do in a year? You know. Plus, even before that, they were having problems inside with that development team.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got a
You know
point
what I
there,
mean?
though.
Like they were been having problems with that for years. And then look when the product, and then listen, wait a minute, and then they kept saying that, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, it's still gonna be Halo, Halo's this, Halo's that, whatever. Then when they showed you this, well, what they thought was a almost finished product. Look how it looked. It looked like shit,
Yep.
you know. So, and then obviously everybody, oh, Halo was never
I think
graphically
shit
demanding.
has a whole load more textures than what we saw
I mean, it
on
probably
that.
is going to look better. I think if you give any developers an
Yeah,
extra year to work on
you'll
the
see
game
some
should look better.
improvements. Definitely, you'll see
But
some
Absolutely,
improvements.
I'm gonna
a whole
burst your
year,
bubble. I'm gonna burst your bubble on that thought. Shall
whole
I
year,
tell you why? There's gonna
you know.
be, based on a few rumors. I do not want to say that these gonna be true, but based on few rumors on some reputed websites, they are mentioning that Halo Infinite campaign will not be shown during the E3 Bethesda showcase. They are gonna only show the multiplayer component and announce the beta, which is
Hmm.
gonna go live this year.
But
And one more thing, just a moment. And one more
good.
thing, their main focus is not to deliver groundbreaking visuals. These are the 3 points I've seen. All 3 L's, if you ask me.
Damn, that's not a good
Listen,
look, man.
Then why the
listen.
fuck
They
are
don't
they
listen.
hyping up a 12 teraflop native RDNA fucking 2 with infinity cache, with cache
Same way
scrubbers
they
and all
hyped
the
up the other
fucking
one.
buzzwords?
Didn't they hype up the X? And they hyped up the X, and what you got? Zoo Tycoon
See,
and
at
Super
this
Lucky
Yeah, they
point,
Sale.
got me on that one. They
yeah,
fooled me once.
You know what I mean? That's what you bought with a $500 console. I mean, come on.
agree. See, at this point, the way I feel is
Shit.
PlayStation
Ah,
5 should have focused on the power narrative more rather than Xbox. Because if you do not have a game to sell your product and your power narrative, then what are these stats which are written on paper are gonna do? Master Chief was on the box of Xbox Series X. Isn't that false marketing? Isn't just
That is
selling
false
hype?
marketing. Well, I mean,
So,
not really. I mean, because you can have Zelda on a Nintendo box, and
you'll know that Zelda's gonna
yeah,
deliver. Eh? It's that
yeah, we
yeah.
simple.
know that
No,
just by.
it's not that it's not gonna deliver.
I
But
think
Halo is like that's them.
they
That's part
they
of
they
their
would have sold
one of their
more
Yeah, it's
consoles
part of
with
the
Craig
DNA,
on
you
the
could
box
say,
now.
pretty
I think
much.
Craig should
right.
be on
Yeah,
the
so
box.
that's like having a Nintendo box and not having like at least a picture of Mario
Okay, I
somewhere.
We'll
agree.
see.
It was a last minute
It
decision
doesn't
because
say
of the
it's included in
outrage
the
that delayed the
X
game.
in the box.
So, but one thing, let's switch the gears here. Let's go to the higher gear. Let's switch the gear. I'm gonna say now, I am incredibly fucking hyped out of my goddamn mind regarding the Xbox Bethesda showcase because I know this is do or die for them. This is the
It's
one of the
facts.
biggest this is one of the biggest chances they get. This is the chance wherein I think this is the last chance wherein they
It's kind of
can
like a shot
they
for
can
open
I
goal.
think
If you miss that
I
one,
think
see.
you're done for.
Salty says they won't
but didn't they
deliver,
say
but
listen
Salty,
listen? But
one
didn't
thing,
they
man,
say that last year?
isn't
Yeah,
it
that's true.
crazy?
Yeah, we've been
Didn't they
saying
say
that for a
that?
lot of years.
But
Yeah.
one thing,
But
this
listen,
is a
last
genuine
year, listen,
problem I
real
feel
quick, real
right
quick.
now, right? Sony fans are more excited to look at what Xbox is gonna show more than Xbox dudes who have that trash can of a console in their houses which does the same shit what an Xbox One does and what an Xbox One X does in a little polished way, but not no goddamn exclusives have been released since the launch, right? Shouldn't they be the ones who should be excited more than us? But
Oh,
if you have
definitely.
seen people on Twitter, you can see they are low key in the face of downplaying or trying to lower the expectations of even PlayStation dudes. They are saying nothing's gonna it's not gonna happen. Don't worry. We are gonna continue our support to Phil Spencer. We love that dude.
True.
Even if the Xbox showcase bombs, we do not give a fuck. If you guys do not give a fuck about games and buying games, completing games, and showing profits to Microsoft, sorry, Xbox, how are they gonna deliver on quality? They are gonna go and do the same as shit they are doing right now with quantity over quality. They are gonna just imagine, guys, they are gonna have two surprises. This is my prediction. They are gonna have two surprise titles from third party devs which are gonna drop
Mm.
on Game Pass. This I'm absolutely sure. They feel they are gonna get the W's from Game Pass. They still do not believe they are in a phase or a shape or form wherein their console can outmatch or outperform the PlayStation 5 when it comes to the core gameplay mechanics by, what do you say, delivering quality. I don't know what they were smoking when they made the decision of releasing a next gen console at full goddamn $500 price with zero fucking games. It's never happened.
Hey,
It's never
I don't
happened
know,
till
man.
now in history. So my thing is, Game Pass is gonna deliver. I am sure about it because that is the one good thing which is holding that community together. If you guys have seen on Twitter today, people were forming a rehab circles. They were saying, don't worry, guys. Fuck these PlayStation ponies. Fuck PC Master Race dudes. Screw the power narrative. Screw even, what do you say, the graphics. So let them have the moments they want. Let them fuck their flurries. Furries like Vet, Ratchet and Clank. It's all just a kiddie kind of games. Let them have that. We are all. Let us be together. Let us go. Let's be excited. This conference is gonna be all about Game Pass. They still do not have the balls to say Microsoft is gonna deliver on AAA games which has quality on par with Sony's first party studios. Just one studio from Sony, Insomniac Games, is crushing the entire industry right now. The third party developers are feeling ashamed. Forget Microsoft first party studios. They are shit, as we know. They acquired Rare. Rare was incredible before. They haven't delivered anything. Every single goddamn developer they acquire go to shit. I don't know what happens. Is it bad, what do you say, leadership or
It,
what? I
it's
don't
management and
understand,
what
man.
they're forcing them to do. They get a lot of
Yeah,
developers that are good
what
at
else
single
is
players,
this?
and they want to,
Differently.
we want a networking game. We want a
Yep.
battle royal game.
Fact.
It's like, that's not what we do.
Facts.
But
See,
you're not given a choice.
absolutely,
You know what I
Nelson.
mean?
What I'm saying is they
Yep.
are
It's definitely the
choosing
truth.
their audience, right? They want to choose their audience. Their audience is not the high IQ dudes from PlayStation. Their audience is not the high nostalgia audience from Nintendo. Their audience is not the high graphically intensive audience from the PC Master Race. Their audience are the ones who love having buffets. They pay $100 and eat nicely flavored shit. Even if it is shit underneath, if it is well dressed up, there are so many desserts, so many dishes to choose from. It's like a wine tasting contest, right? You get, if you, just imagine, I have bragging rights for owning a Dom Perignon, almost like a 40-year-old aged wine in my house, which I spent like $2,000 to get. If a dude who went to a wine tasting competition where he spent like $200 to taste 300 different types of wine with few milliliters of Dom Perignon, which is like the best among the wines, takes the W, who takes the L, right? They think they are winning because they have choice. They think as if testing games or even having the opportunity to play games given to them on a regular basis, no matter how shitty they are, they brag about things like, I wouldn't have played this game if it weren't to be given to me as part of the subscription service called Game Pass. There is a reason why you wouldn't have played the game, because it's shit, right? Why are you bragging about it? If a game is incredible, which pushes consoles, don't you guys agree that people are gonna go out of their way to buy that game and celebrate that midnight launch and try to grab a copy of it, either physical or digital, and love the heck out of it? There is a reason about this Game Pass mentality which is crushing the market. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up for a moment. You guys, tell me what Game Pass news is gonna give two W's for Game Pass Xbox dudes. I definitely agree. They're gonna watch the showcase, come down to Twitter, and post a whole bunch of memes about those two bangers, whether it's first party or third party deals, who gives a fuck, which are dropping day and date on Game Pass, which are going to be good games. I do not disagree, but they are going to act as if paying $70 for a game is a sin. So, what is the predictions from you guys regarding Game Pass during the Bethesda showcase?
Oh
I think
man,
Who wants to go first?
yeah.
I'll go for
Yeah,
I'll go
Yeah,
you
first,
go
but
first. You go first.
I'll
yeah,
do it like in 10 seconds.
yeah. I'll give
um,
30, man.
I, I I
Nine,
think that like
eight. I'm just kidding.
everything they're gonna show from here on out was most likely gonna be on Game Pass day one. You know what I mean? Because they're selling you more on Game Pass than
That's true.
exclusives,
They're
and they're
selling the
more. And
subscription indeed. Yep.
so if that's your number one selling point, so you might as well push in that direction anyway. You
Yeah,
know,
that is the reason I
and that's what
made
they're
that
doing anyway.
argument.
So
What I'm asking you is,
Yes,
what
good point.
are those? Let's just imagine two bangers, either from third party or first party, are gonna blow people away because they're gonna drop day and date on Game Pass. Just take it for granted it's gonna happen.
I
So, what are those
I
two
mean,
games? That's my question.
maybe like I guess like Stalker 2, and that's like a timed exclusive, just like the Medium. I would probably say that. I mean, even though it doesn't have a release date, but I would guess like Stalker 2, and plus whatever I guess whatever they haven't shown. Remember that he did say whatever we didn't show was better than we did show.
Well, they've been
So
saying
I
that for
mean,
like 5 years, so
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
been
know.
doing that since 5, 8 years now.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, I really like. You know what it is? I think I'm more psyched. I think I'm more hyped about what PlayStation is going to do or say after E3 than Xbox
Yeah, that
because
that absolutely sums it up. So, are
y-
they? Do they have the balls? Do they have that? What do you say? Media push to pull that Hideo Kojima card during the Microsoft showcase.
I mean, if say they do that per se, if they do something like that, or they announce like a remake of Metal Gear or some shit, and I think people will probably be more or just as excited as that than whatever. I mean, if they show Starfield and the shit is like they you know they smack it out of the park, then that'll be great. I mean, but I mean, what? So if say
But
they do that, right?
but it's
Starfield
not
is the
gonna
shit, looks
come
great. It's amazing.
anytime soon, dude. I do not
No, but I'm
agree on
saying,
that.
but that's the whole thing. Then the Xbox are gonna be talking about Starfield just like they have been for like if it
No,
doesn't
but,
come out
but
in
my
5 years,
question
they'll be talking
was
about it in
about
five
the
years.
games which are gonna. See, Salty is mentioning they won't deliver. It's gonna be Psychonauts 2 dropping day and date on Game Pass. Even David Jaffe has made a bet of almost like $100 PSN codes to people, saying that he knows it's not based on his sources. He's just guessing that Psychonauts 2 is gonna. It's a multi-platform game. You know that it's gonna drop day and date on Game Pass, right? I do
Yeah,
not agree that Psychonauts 2,
It's obvious,
though I
but they're
give
first party
respect,
studios.
though I give respect to Tim Schafer. I love Double Fine, but still, it's not that huge ass AAA game to be fucking losing your minds on.
I
Okay,
mean,
I
I
have a
don't know. I
question.
just don't know. I don't know. Good.
Okay, what about you, Dreamwalker? Real quick regarding Game
I want to
Pass.
ask a question. Battlefield 2042. Is it gonna be on Game Pass? What you guys think?
I think so. I think so. Why not?
If it would, yeah, it kind of makes sense though. I'd be surprised if it weren't, to be honest with you.
I mean, it depends. Like if Halo, like when is 2042 coming out? Is that like announced already? Like September or
This
something?
October,
year,
October.
this year,
Yeah,
October, September,
October
October, yeah.
22.
October. All right, so just like any normal Battlefield will come out September, October. I mean, if they push that and then like Halo has an announced date around like November, I don't really think that makes too much sense because it's a
Yeah,
month off.
it doesn't make sense at all. I've been saying that for a while too.
You
It's
know,
like, why do they want to take
Dude,
consumers
do
uh
it makes
and
sense if
have them
Halo
in the
releases
games
next year,
for
though.
battle passes?
It
Yeah,
makes sense.
if it does,
Listen,
yeah, that's
Halo,
that's yeah.
listen,
it's kind of cannibalizing each
I
other
mean,
there
Halo
pretty much.
multiplayer is gonna be free for everybody. By the way,
Yeah,
we don't know the
Halo
release
could end
date
up like
yet.
Titanfall. Halo could end up like Titanfall.
Oh yeah, that's
You know
also
what I
a
mean?
possibility.
But
Ooh.
I
I don't
think
think Halo
they're
will ever.
low
I mean,
key
I think
planning on a
Battlefield
battle
is the
royale
next
mode for
Titanfall.
Halo, man. I think that's gonna be the huge take, huge W for Xbox fans. Though
Battle
battle
Royale.
royale
Actually,
on
they're not
Halo,
gonna
Like
do
Battle
that, but
Royale, kind of
instead
like
it's
isn't
dead. We
Battle
know,
Royale
but
kind
people
of
are
like
gonna
weird?
be
go for
hyped.
battle royale than Halo. But instead, they're gonna do something like Battlefield, where it's open, large battles like Battlefield. I heard that's what they're gonna do with Halo.
But the glory days of Halo being that huge, what do you say, multiplayer game wherein it had almost like fucking zero competition back in the day when it released so goddamn back in time. I'm talking about the Xbox and the Xbox 360 days. I think Xbox 360 times were the those were the times wherein every person, even most of my friends, used to love playing Halo because that they didn't have too much of competition when it comes to multiplayer online games. But now the market is oversaturated, right? There is Battlefield, there is Call of Duty, there is like all these free to play games, like even you can bring in Destiny 2 as well into that equation, along with Fortnite, along with, pardon me, not Fortnite, which was that other game, Apex Legends. So it's already even Warzone. It's very difficult to win on that, what do you say, oversaturated market right now.
That's kind of what happened to Killzone. That's why Killzone wasn't successful.
Absolutely, I
People were
agree,
already on
Nelson.
always on the COD boat. They were on the COD boat. There's nothing wrong with Killzone, but everyone was on the Halo and COD boat already. They already had, you know what I mean?
They already
Totally
had
They
agree
that
didn't
on
get
that.
that
reputation,
following.
See, I
pretty much.
loved
Yeah.
playing what do you say, Killzone 2. I loved it on the PlayStation 3. I played multiplayer. But the moment I saw and played this smooth as 60 FPS gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty the OG Black Ops, I never went back to Killzone 2 multiplayer after playing Call of Duty, man. I didn't I absolutely
I
say that.
mean, a lot of people did it.
Yeah, that's the problem. So it's a very tough market right now to penetrate. People are still
Yeah.
saying Sony PlayStation is absolutely lacking when it comes to like multiplayer games. I totally agree to that sentiment, but what I'm saying
Right.
is the reason Sony is delivering and gaining so much traction in the market is because they are delivering something which is not being done
Nobody
by
else
the third
is.
parties. Yeah,
Nobody else is doing it. They're cornering a market that nobody wants to put in the time or energy to make that huge
absolutely.
single
That's what
player
Nintendo
Witcher
is
3
doing
type
as
game.
well. That's what Nintendo is doing as well. Platformers. Old ass games revived and recycled and vomited again and again, but still, because the gameplay is fun and people love the characters, love the kind of, what do you say, nostalgic factor. That's the reason Nintendo and Sony are winning right now because they have found their niche. Then why the hell are people upset at Sony not having? I'm not upset at Sony not having that huge ass multiplayer game because I'm happy playing Call of Duty if I want to play amazing multiplayer games or even free to play games. Even Fortnite, for that instance, I absolutely do not play Fortnite. What I'm saying is, if I want to have that craving, there are these amazing games which I don't think anybody can touch the success of Call of Duty or these kind of games. Not even Halo Infinite. I'm sorry to say that.
No, I agree.
That's
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone talks
I
about
agree.
multiplayer games and everything, but the biggest multiplayers are already multiplat.
Yeah, like,
Used
and I
it used to
think that,
be
and
Then
I
why do
think
you
that
want
is
to waste your
actually
resources,
look,
time, and
look,
energy,
and
right?
I think that what do you call that shit?
VR?
That nostalgia that
Yeah,
like Halo got. I think that's gone already, man. You know what I
absolutely
mean?
gone.
Like
It's gone.
it's been
it's
fitting.
not gonna
That's
be
how
like.
Fallout keeps selling too, though. That's everyone banks
I
on
mean,
nostalgia.
I'm
That
not
starts
saying
to
that it
wane.
won't sell. I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I mean, you're gonna get it anyway. So, like, I mean, whether you like it or not, this game's on Game Pass. You're not even gonna play ever, but they're there. So you're gonna get Halo whether they play. That's probably why they want to do the multiplayer first. I guess they want to get everybody engaged in the multiplayer and then do the campaign.
Totally
You know?
agree. Totally agree. But they do not have the balls to brag about
hey,
their
hold
500
up.
million plus game,
I'm gonna
which was planned to drop last year, dude. They should be in a position wherein they need to
I'm
showcase the power narrative. They should be in a position to show what the Halo Infinite can blow all the games out of the water when it comes to first person shooters, when it comes to campaign, when it comes to visuals, when it comes to
Yeah.
like 4K stable 120 frames, along with ray tracing and shit like that, because Xbox are the ones who are saying like PlayStation is weak, it's a weak station. Then where the fuck is the strong console? Not showing us
Oh,
anything.
Doc.
Yeah.
Speaking of ray tracing, they said that Halo is not going to launch with it, right? And they're going to add it in a patch. So,
Is it still true
do you
though?
guys think?
But that was long
Yeah,
back.
I mean they had a whole year, right? So this is the question: do you guys think they're gonna have ray tracing for Halo at least
See,
showcased or ready at launch this time because they already delayed it, right?
here's how I look at it. If
What do you guys think?
Microsoft and this showcase doesn't show campaign of Halo Infinite looking crazy good, I definitely feel there is some huge ass problems when it comes to leadership, when it comes to like making that game, and I do not think it's gonna be anywhere about 80 Metacritic. If that's gonna happen, if they are
Oh,
not
there
gonna show
is.
it, if they are
No,
not gonna show it during
it'll make
this,
an 80. It'll make an 80 Metacritic just because it's Halo.
yeah,
I'm
that
Even
is
if
gonna
it's a
true.
piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
No,
gonna
true.
go with what
Doc, there
Nelson
is
actually
already
said. It's a
problems
management
with
problem.
management.
Yeah,
It's
let
a
me know.
management problem.
Yeah, Tornado,
Yeah,
take it away.
It's been
it
that.
has
It's
been
been the
proven. We
problem.
don't need another. We don't need any more proof. That's been proven. And to that point, I saw some more people leaving Initiative Studio. There was just one senior
That's
staff
already
I
telling,
saw
yeah.
a couple days
Yeah,
ago.
so many
Yeah,
people left.
I mean the Initiative Studio. And think about it. This is a it's like they're at the early stages, right? Nobody leaves the studio at the early stages and immediately join another. Like this guy who just left a couple days ago, he joined, if I'm not wrong, Treyarch, the Call of Duty studios, and we had another person who came back to Insomniac, right? So
True. Yeah.
we might have another Halo 2.0 with what's it called? Their game. What game is the initiative working on? I forgot the name.
Project Dark.
Well, that might turn into
Project,
another Halo, right?
Project
Perfect
Dark
Dark,
is
yeah.
Yeah,
nowhere near
Perfect Dark.
complete.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark is nowhere near complete.
It's still in early development. They are still
I
hiring
think that's gonna
for
be
script
episodic
writers.
too. I really
Dude,
do.
we are not in a phase wherein when Sony is delivering so much shit, we do not have the balls to even mention games which are in early development, which are hiring script writers right now. The story of the game and the scenario is not yet done. They are still goddamn early. There were multiple articles saying games like Starfield, games like Fable will not be here till years to come. It's gonna be like 3, 4 years. That's what was going making the rounds on the interwebs a few days ago. My biggest problem here is no matter how much hype they generate, I feel Microsoft Showcase is gonna generate hype with Game Pass and with amazing looking game showcases. Just imagine that's the case. But they're not gonna deliver the results, but because most of the games are not gonna come this year or next year. We know that shit. Because or else we would have seen some snippets, some amount of gameplay, some amount of trailers of in-engine footage. Nothing is out there. Let's just imagine they're gonna release Hellblade 2 next year, Halo Infinite this year, along with Starfield coming fall next year, hopefully. That doesn't scratch the surface of what Sony is doing right now. Despite God of War and GT7 being cross gen, they're gonna be huge sellers when it comes to software sales. Despite the low, what do you say, install base of PlayStation 5, that's the reason they're going and pushing this PlayStation 4 versions of the game. They're still not gonna be competitive in the market anymore if they release only these three titles over a period of 2 years, wherein Sony has already released so many games since November. Just imagine, dude, if Microsoft had Bluepoint Games delivering them that amazing looking Demon Souls at launch. Just imagine that scenario for a moment. I still do not understand how they pulled it off. This was the best launch, if you guys ask me. Even compared to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 had the best launch lineup, along with support to PlayStation Plus collection. They are hitting all the right notes. If you want to
Fucking
compete
Plus
with
been
this
killing it
shit,
too.
yeah,
God
The
damn.
best deal in gaming.
Yeah, it really is. Fucking, you get that whole collection. I mean, I didn't get a lot out of it because I own fucking all but like two of those games. But if you were just coming into gaming, you got all those, and that'll stay in your shit every year. When you get, and you can get CD keys for $30. I just bought 2 years the other day. You know what I mean?
yeah. And if you're an
You got
Xbox gamer, for it, just imagine you are an Xbox One gamer, Xbox 360 gamer. You have never been on PlayStation or you have skipped PlayStation 4 for some goddamn reason. Just imagine the amount of value you get out of PlayStation Plus, man. God of War, Uncharted, Persona, Detroit Become Human, even Crash, right? So many good
yeah,
games.
all three of them. It's fucking crazy, and they'll stay
Uncharted,
there too as long as
even
Plus
Uncharted
exists.
4, so much value. See, what I'm getting at here is you can sing the praises as much as possible regarding Game Pass, but still, if they cannot release at least one or two first party AAA games day and date on Game Pass, it's been almost like how many months now? 8 months? There has been nothing. Even Medium is multi platform coming to PlayStation 5. Even which was that other game, Call to the Sea, that is also multi-platform, which has released recently on the PlayStation. So they got nothing. What I'm saying is they got huge shoes to fill this E3. Fuck Phil Spencer if he comes on the stage with that huge ass grin saying we're gonna showcase 36 games and
Might I
15,
might I add
15
old
world
ass huge screen?
premieres. Who
Just
gives a
saying.
fuck if they're not gonna
Might I
release
add?
in any time? Yeah, Tornado.
I was gonna say, might I add with his old ass screen? Just saying, old ass screen. He's old now, right?
It's
I'm
old.
just saying.
It's old. Yeah. See,
He looks a lot older though. Since he's been head of Xbox, man, the guy's been, I'd
but
say he aged 10 to 20 years, man.
I'm
Believe
gonna
me.
cringe. I'm gonna laugh out
I don't know
loud
why
if I
nobody
listen to
stresses
that.
on him. We push him harder than his own fans do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
Anime
was
That's
gonna
one of
God,
the
say.
problems.
don't you remember that sound?
Oh
World
man.
premiere.
We want them to do better than
Xbox.
they want to do better.
Xbox
That's kind of the
exclusive.
issue.
Facts.
World premiere.
Oh man.
Yo,
So
I don't
Yes,
want Sony to get complacent. I just want more good games. I don't give a fuck where I get them. You know what I mean? But these guys are so accepting of everything, and like we get on people's asses for the littlest shit too.
I was gonna say. Yeah, critical indeed.
People are gonna hang Jim
Do-
Ryan just for he didn't say nothing for
see,
2 weeks.
see, this is how. See, this is how in XIS on the live chat he says anything that looks subpar or below Ratchet or Horizon is a
Yeah,
massive
that's now the new
L.
standard, pretty
Is a
much.
massive
Yeah.
L for
Well,
Xbox.
that's. I think it's something that's.
Well, here's my prediction. Here's my
Works and it's pretty
prediction.
good. I'll take it.
Yeah, Dreamwalker,
Bro,
go.
Microsoft is not gonna be able to get even close to that level of quality by the end of this gen from any of their first-party studios.
That's a
Damn.
Ratchet
hammer.
and Clank and Horizon.
Damn, that's
I
a
mean,
hammer blow.
I mean, it's just.
It's true. 100%
I'm not-
facts.
Ouch.
I'm not even.
They can some of their studios though, if they don't fuck them up too bad management, they can come up with some good quality content though. It ain't gonna blow your goddamn mind. Maybe id Software, maybe
But the
something from
problem
them,
is
but
they've
nothing really gonna
not
blow your
see.
mind.
See, I give
I
goddamn
mean, I'm talking
high
about
amount
like an
of praise and
overall level of
respect.
quality.
I respect Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I know. But
See, no matter
from
how
what you're used
great,
to, if you can get that like 80 range, that'd be a huge.
See,
that's
it's-
good.
it's
But
not even
right
like
now,
Metacritic
Xbox
or
is
even-
not in a.
no,
I'm
don't
just
get
talking
me
about
wrong,
your
I'm not saying they
personal.
can't make
If
good
you were a
games.
score guard, not somebody else.
But the
I'm
thing
just
is,
saying,
Nelson,
like, if you were to rate it,
Nelson
what I
and
mean?
Dreamwalker. What I'm saying is,
I know.
this is not the time wherein Xbox need to show 80. You're saying 80 rated Metacritic, right? They need to hit the 90s if they want
not
to
even talking
get
about
that
Metacritic, really. I'm
mind
talking
share
about
right
your
now.
opinion,
They
someone's
cannot
opinion,
be
most people's
content with 80s.
But listen, but it's not even about being content with like 80, right? Or 9. Say they do get a game it's 95. Like you gotta be consistent with that rating.
That's
You know what I mean? Like
incredible.
your next
Tough
3,
to
4,
See
5
reach.
quality across the
Yep.
board,
need
indeed.
to be like
Great point.
like need to be more than that because if you come out with the one game, say it's 100, who gives a shit, right? It's just all hypothetical. Say it's 100.
It's not gonna
You're just
sell.
gonna bank.
Yeah.
You're just gonna bank on the one game and then give everybody a bunch of games that really nobody gives a fuck about. So you have to be consistent with that.
Anime
I
guys.
mean,
Exactly.
right?
At the
so
end of
you
the
gotta-
day, if you
Facts.
throw a bunch of shit at the wall, one of them is gonna stick, right? I mean, if you
Hey,
make
right,
a lot of games,
yeah.
one of them should be.
something's
Good,
gonna
that's
like.
the
I
point.
think that game. You know what game I think that might be for Xbox? That Bright Memory,
Yeah.
Infinite.
Oh yeah, that first person shooter.
But
from
the
them
thing
That
is,
guys.
it
looks
is
good,
like
and I
developed
don't
by
like-
one dude,
I
right?
don't like first person shooters. Right. I think it was made by one dude, but it looked really good though.
That
Like,
was
that
one
shit
game
looks
which
yeah,
good.
looked good. That was one game which
You know.
looked. I agree, but
And I think they might show.
Yeah,
they might
and
show
that was
that.
all it was about. Just look good. It wasn't a good game overall.
I don't think the gameplay
I mean,
mechanics would
That's
be
kind of the problem. It has the
incredible when
visuals,
it
though,
I mean,
but
comes.
if I'm not
needs
wrong,
the
it had
content
a
as well.
really low Metacritic, right?
What for Bright Memory?
See,
Infinite?
Bright Memory is a
Yeah.
multi-platform game. You guys know that?
What's the Metacritic for
Yeah,
Bright
that's
Memory?
Is it?
It's a multi-plat game. We are talking
I
about
think.
exclusives again.
We're forgetting,
Oh, I
hey,
didn't
we're
even
forgetting
know.
Cross.
Well, I
we're
think
not-
so. I think
so.
Crossfire X.
No, I
Crossfire
don't
X.
think
We ain't talked about that at all. That could end up being
Oh
pretty
yeah,
solid.
that one. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
Remedy, right?
Avowed?
Remedy Entertainment.
Yeah, Remedy. That could deliver. It's probably going to be a short single player because it's like a side project for them. But still, anything good is a win. You know what I mean? If
See,
it's a $30
Is it?
title or 40 or
Okay. Just
Is it?
quick, guys. What do you think is the Metacritic for Bright Memory on Xbox Series X?
Right now, I don't even, I
Um,
didn't even know it was out.
70s?
Yeah,
70s,
65,
73?
70, something like that.
73.
55.
Oh,
55.
wow.
God.
Yeah.
Ouch.
User score as well is 4.
Oof. Okay, we're done.
Fuck it.
We're done.
we are done with the convo regarding that game.
Oh,
Anyways,
man. Ouch.
It looked good though. It looked promising.
Yeah, it
but,
looked
you know,
good, but that's about it. There's no substance there.
Bro,
no
I heard-
content.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They stole
That's
assets I heard
painful.
from, and then they had to like work on that. Then, yeah,
Oh, man.
whatever.
Oof.
See-
I think they have to show Fable. Maybe if they show like a quick gameplay of Fable,
there ain't going to be no gameplay. That game is
It's gonna show
in
Perfect Dark, I
pre-production.
guess.
even it's still too damn early to showcase gameplay of
Honestly,
that.
I'm not expecting Fable. Because they just announced
See,
like
as
they,
Tornado mentioned, I
switched
think
engines.
I respect Forza is gonna deliver
They-
that shit. It's gonna look incredible. It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
show
a W.
gameplay. But one concerning thing about Forza is I did not feel that game is gonna come out either this year or until the almost like Christmas of next year, man. That's
Well-
honestly speaking. I do
True,
not
true. But
think.
the saving grace that might be in their favor, and I'm kind of sticking my neck out for them here, as in pretty much being in Camp Blue, aka Sony. Um, I feel that they're going to bring some sort of form of gameplay. That at least they're going to show something, and that they'll just continue working on the game as they go along. And then they'll release it next year. What is it? Maybe in March, April, something like that.
See,
Yeah, next year
I'm
ain't
gonna
really looking good for them
tell
either.
one thing to all my people on Twitter followers who are dropping in here. Do not damage control Xbox. It's too goddamn late for that shit. Hold them accountable. Stop supporting even.
Demand for better, pretty
Yeah,
much.
Just
it
demand
doesn't make
better, you will
sense.
never get better.
It doesn't make sense, right? It's too goddamn late to damage control and be satisfied by eating shit. You have eaten enough shit as it is already. What
You
I'm
know what I
getting at
actually?
is people who own only the previous gen Xbox, like the Xbox One, One S, even the Xbox One X. These are the dudes who are, what do you say, hyped up about Game Pass more than the ones who own a
That is
Series
facts.
X.
Yeah, definitely
Because
facts.
Game Pass
The
has
numbers
a
speak value.
huge install base, right? It's on
Yeah,
PC, it's on Xbox, it's even on, what do you say,
You
mobile
can just have
platforms.
your phone.
yeah, true.
That
There's
is
people that
Phone,
just play on
tablet.
their
that
phone.
is a
Yeah,
huge L if you
tablet.
ask me. That is like holding back. See, people talk about how Jim Ryan lied about generations. Fuck that shit. How PlayStation is still releasing games on PS4. Fuck you guys. There has been zero games for you which are either cross-gen. Screw current gen exclusives, right? Xbox Series X exclusive. Screw that shit. And even every game is on PC. Forget that. What I'm saying is there has been zero games for cross-gen shit on Xbox. Zero. And there have been almost like five
Point in that
games since the launch
respect.
of PlayStation 5, which are PlayStation 5 only. How many games do you expect Sony to deliver? That's the reason they are believing in generations, my dudes. They believe in generations. That's the reason they have the balls to release PlayStation 5 only games despite the pandemic, despite the semiconductor shortages, despite having a puny ass install base of only 8 million PlayStation 5s right now. They have the guts to release a game like Demon Souls, which can only be played on a PlayStation 5 at launch, right?
Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank's
Returnal,
a
Ratchet and
game like
Clank,
6 hours
even,
out.
yeah,
Yep,
all
true.
these games are exclusive and they are PlayStation 5 only. Do not bring the fucking argument and have the audacity of talking about Sony saying cross gen is an L. It's a W, if you ask me. It's a smart business
From a
They're
marketing
supporting
move.
both,
financial,
both with exclusives for both,
I was gonna say,
and
from a
fucking.
financial perspective, it's a win indeed, definitely.
Salty
In terms
says,
of
Salty
in terms
says
of pushing,
that Battlefield 2042 trailer is hype as fuck. Trailer
Yo, that
with
trailer
no
was.
Fuck
gameplay.
that.
I
The
watched it
elephant
three
in the
times.
room. I
I
mean,
watched it
Doc, I
three
think we
times,
have
but
talked enough about.
So one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is,
Shall we get to Battlefield?
yeah, one sec. Before addressing Battlefield, yeah, I'm gonna go there. What I'm saying is, whatever hyped up stuff which EA is doing, they are saying gameplay is coming soon, and whatever the set pieces they have shown, I'm gonna bring one point to the perspective of you beautiful people. My point is, if you guys watch the multiplayer reveal trailers of Call of Duties, any game in the franchise, multiplayer reveal trailer and battle royale trailer of Call of Duty, isn't that hype as fuck? Isn't that incredible looking with all that montages with Eminem, with all the amazing rappers, with the music, soundtrack and shit like that? Is it like that while playing multiplayer? Do you feel that sensation while playing multiplayer? But one thing I agree is all these cinematic set pieces, if you want to showcase the graphical fidelity, the destruction engine, what DICE has been working on, If you want to showcase that, campaign is the best way to do it, which Battlefield 2042 is lacking. We are not gonna relive the hype of the trailers. That is the point I'd like to bring across. See, all the incredible trailers, no matter how fucking legit, how fucking incredibly fire they are pulling that shit from a multiplayer gameplay which is completely cinematic just to get that wow factor. It's not gonna happen while you play the game because it's a fucking multiplayer game. But it can happen if it's a campaign because they can nicely, what do you say, showcase building, destruction, and so much of amazing shit they can pull with, what do you say, ray tracing and all the amazing new tech can offer with the new generation. And to add salt to the injury, it's a cross-gen game, and they have not spoken too much regarding is it
Oh,
gonna, what do you say, regarding the performance of the game, regarding the
oh,
ray
speaking
tracing, regarding all the bells and whistles of the current gen. They did not
maybe
speak regarding that. So that's the reason I'm saying take this with a grain of, oh, not a grain, with a whole load of salt. If you're hyped up for the trailer of a Battlefield, I'm sorry to say that it doesn't have campaign, and even if the gameplay looks legit and lit as fuck, it's not gonna deliver. So, what's your take on that?
oh yeah, and keep in mind,
Doctor,
was just
I
Do you
gonna
have
add
do
to
you
that.
to.
guys agree to the my sentiment which I spoke?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
actually have to disagree, Doc. No, I mean not disagree, but here's the thing: we have to face the facts. You know, as Salty mentioned in the chat, and I was typing that myself. By the way, we just typed at the same time. Battlefield right now is doing numbers. It's trending number one on YouTube with 4.8 million views after 5 hours, 501K likes, and the dislike ratio is like the dislikes like 7.6 dislikes thousand, right? It's a
I
good
wonder if the
ratio.
gameplay will have the same
If the game
response.
actually can do the same
Well,
numbers,
we don't know that. It could,
exactly.
it could do that. It could not. But here's the thing: it doesn't matter at all because as the publisher, that's what you have to worry about: the engagement, and you're doing your PR and marketing.
Engagement to a
You
Let's
gotta
see. I
trailer
watched
use
it.
or
what
to
I
the
is
watched it
it's
sales?
several times. It was great. It
that's
was
the story for another day. No, that's the story for another day. You think if you see, here's the thing: we are hardcore gamers, right? Most people, most casual players,
What's
they don't
up,
even
Rome
know like
Rush? Good to
is
have
it
you, brother.
gameplay, is it capture? They want to be excited
Umar
about an
Yusha, what's
announcement,
up?
right? You can't do that with gameplay. I argue that this is the right move. You know, they
See,
tease
you
it, they
disagreed
reveal
to
it
my
with a.
opinion, right? Just a moment, Dreamwalker. You disagreed to
No,
my
by the way,
opinion.
there's a
I did
different.
not
Okay, go ahead.
say, one sec, let me clear this shit.
Go ahead.
I did not say this trailer did not deliver. I did not say this trailer did not gain that momentum. This trailer did not get the engagement. What I said is no matter how fucking good a trailer is, if you go watch the first battle, what do you say, battle royale, Warzone, or even multiplayer game trailer of Battlefield, not Battlefield, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the Black Ops game, just go watch the trailers, dude. It's gonna blow your mind with the music effects, with the amount of kind of cinematic set pieces they show from this curated content, which is running in game, right?
And don't forget that
Uh,
Battlefield 4 did the same thing. Eh? That was
So,
also a great one.
so how the fuck are you
Battlefield 4.
I'm
disagreeing
not
to that?
disagreeing with you there, Doc. I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Yeah,
The thing is, this is not a CG trailer, right? And I do know. I was
it's
actually
in
thinking about that. Like,
engine.
this is
It's in
so
engine,
scripted.
but not
Okay, it's an
gameplay.
engine, but it is so scripted. Like some of these
Yeah,
animations and
that's the right
scenarios that they see,
word I'd
it's
like to
not
choose
gonna
instead.
happen like that in the game. Yeah, so this is so scripted. I'm not arguing with that, but I'm just saying, like, this is the right move. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, right? We're gonna see the gameplay. We're gonna judge it. We're gonna play the. I mean, you
I'm
might
not
not
gonna
be
play the
interested in the game,
game.
but you'll get a chance. To, yeah, yeah. No,
I'm
so
not
I'm
gonna
curious
fucking
to
buy
see
a
it though.
Battlefield game
you
I'm
will
after
curious to
all
have
the
see it.
bullshit
the
they're
chance
spewing.
to get your
Zero
hands on a game.
campaign. Absolutely not, man. We are well fed right now with goddamn amazing exclusives. Right now, I'm not
Well,
talking
Doc,
about in October.
with
Who
respect,
knows?
that's your opinion. You see,
Yeah,
that's your opinion.
I'm
There are
giving my
people
opinion,
who
right?
are interested in the multiplayer part, right?
But if you go to
There's all
Twitter,
kinds
And
of
don't
them
get
out
me
there.
wrong, I have my problems with Battlefield. I have my problems with Battlefield. We
so
talk about that, right?
I'm gonna give you a perfect example, Dreamwalker. Do you know one thing? Horizon Forbidden West was not trending on Twitter. Aloy was trending on Twitter for all the wrong reasons. What do you have to say regarding that? Trending on Twitter does not give you a positive vibe. Things trend on Twitter for both the reasons. Either it's going to be extreme hate from the community or extreme like from the community. That's what I'm getting
I
at.
know you're right,
The
and we
reason
talked about that, but
Aloy.
I didn't say Twitter. I said YouTube. I said YouTube. You
Yeah,
see,
you
here's the
mentioned
thing.
Twitter. That's the reason.
When
Okay.
we had the state of play, let's be honest,
Okay.
right? As ponies or whatever. When we had state of play trending, and we were like, uh, just saying stuff like this is the most viewed state of play for single play. Like
True.
we use the numbers, we use the engagement metrics, right? We use all that shit. Now we're gonna disregard all those things. I'm not saying anything. I'm just
Absolutely,
saying
that's the point
there
you
are
are
some
bringing, right?
problems
See,
with
that's the point you're bringing. I'm gonna give mad respect for pulling off those numbers. I'm not saying we need to disregard that. I'm gonna say that's impressive. But the point which I brought across was that when the game doesn't have a campaign, you're not gonna feel the intensity of all those scripted events which are happening on the screen during the trailer. If there were to be a
Oh, that's a good
campaign,
point. Yeah.
yeah, if there were to be a
that is true, and I
campaign,
said that it was
see,
so scripted.
yeah,
Yep.
just let me answer your question real quick. If there were to
But
be
it
a
was a hype
campaign,
trailer, you know. It
yeah,
was.
if it were to
Go ahead.
be a campaign in the game, they can have these amazing scripted sequences which can happen while you play the game. But what they showed right now will never happen. Absolutely never ever happen while you play the game. So that
Yeah,
is
that
the
one makes
point
sense
which
in
I'm bringing
multiplayer. You can
across. Not
good
that
point.
But
Good
how
point.
it's
does it?
not.
How does it matter? How does it matter though? I mean, they haven't told any lies. They didn't say this is representative of the
I'm not
gameplay.
saying it is lies. What I'm
It's a
saying is
hype trailer.
when
It's a
a
hype trailer,
$70
right?
game
That's what it is.
completely ditches the campaign, right? I agree that Battlefield games, the campaign mode
I agree
is
with you
not
there, Doc.
as great. We know, but I
But
love Battlefield 4. If you have seen that incredible destruction engine they were running, if you ask me, the best destruction which I felt was incredible while playing the campaign was
oh
Battlefield
yeah,
Bad Company 2. Battlefield Bad Company 2, the campaign was amazing.
Yeah, that game's great.
That those
Yep.
are the events, those are the kind of experiences I
I'm
was
with you.
expecting because we are in this cross-gen phase. Fuck cross-gen, but still, let's accept that for a fact. There are gonna be cross-gen games, right? At least on these current-gen consoles, I wanted to see and experience that cinematic shit while playing the game. I agree. I gave a thumbs up. I watched the video. I gave a like to that because I love the trailer. I am not bringing down what they've achieved with the trailer. I am bringing down what they're planning to achieve with the end product, which I'm not satisfied. Absolutely. So,
that's why you
anyways,
made the hype trailer, of
Tornado,
course,
you
to try to
take
get
it
you
from
on
here.
board.
What's your impression on Battlefield 2042, man? Are you gonna first
Oh
question, are you gonna buy the game? Second question,
no, no.
has it made you pissed off?
Yes, and I've been a long time Battlefield player as well, though, from the beginning, man. I remember even playing 1942 back in the day. But this route that they're taking with this battle pass nonsense and trying to follow a free-to-play model, nah, nah. I'm
Yep.
not on board with this one. Sorry, man. I, the trailer's fantastic and all, fine. But
So
the
I'd like
thing
to give
is,
a shout out
what
to
are we gonna
Salty
see
Just to be
again.
in
I
clear,
saw
I'm
your
pissed
post,
off as
dude.
well. You know,
One
Yeah,
sec. Salty is
How
still
much am I gonna put
here.
into this game over
I
a
saw
year
his
or two?
post on Twitter
that's a good
saying,
question.
what the fuck is this shit without a campaign?
Yep. That's my point
I
exactly.
agree to you,
Let's actually
salty man.
recap. Let's Doc, if you let me, let's recap some of the points,
Yeah,
some
I'll
of the
get back to you,
infos.
man. I'll get back to you. Just give me a moment. I'd like to get general impressions. Then I'd like to let you talk. So, Tornado, anything else you want to add? I'm gonna get back to your dream. Just give me a moment.
Um, and there's the other part that I'm actually a little bit worried about since they're following in a certain kind of I can't even say it's a semi free to play route, but the fact that they're also planning microtransactions and that kind of stuff, I don't know, man. I see a dark cloud over this game hanging, man. There's and especially people on Game Pass, they'll see it firsthand what this game is about. Believe me. So
Okay.
You mean
Then
it's coming on
Nelson,
Game
Nelson
Pass? What do
being
you mean?
if it's
awfully
coming in that
silent.
direction,
Hmm.
believe me, not many people are going to play it then. In the structure that it is now.
Okay, Nelson, what's up, dude? What do you have to say?
I mean, the trailer was awesome and everything. It looked great. It was just kind. It's kind of like, okay, if you're gonna charge me $100 for the game and give me all the content and shit, I'm cool with that. I don't care, and give me the full experience. But how long am I gonna be paying into this game that I'm paying full price for? And then I gotta buy battle passes, and then I gotta buy
Exactly.
skins, and then I gotta
Yep.
buy. I'm gonna be fucking $300 deep into this motherfucker by the end of the year.
Man. And to
You
Yeah.
know,
think
and I ain't
Warzone,
afraid to spend money, but it's like I'm not a cow. I'm not a cow. You know what I mean?
what Nelson's saying, he's got a point though. I mean, the level of entry for playing Warzone is low.
That's
Eh?
It's
not
free
what
to
they
play.
think.
You don't have to spend that
The
much money
bar
to
is
play
so
Warzone.
goddamn low for
Yeah,
multiplayer only experiences. It is free to
exactly.
play. How else can you deliver fruit? See, I posted a question on the live chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys rate your excitement to buy Battlefield? Umar Yusha says 2.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
not a
go with
good
him as
look.
well. A two for me as well. If it were
Anime
up to
God,
me,
what's
I'd
up,
say a
man?
one.
What's your take on Battlefield?
Bro, just a second. Too before I heard you. Like, how is that possible? Before you asked the question, right?
Pardon?
Am I having too much delay? I'm saying Umar said two before you asked the question. Oh, you asked the question on YouTube. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought,
Hey,
yeah,
there's
okay.
gonna be always a little bit of lag between Streamlabs OBS
No,
and
no, just to
YouTube.
be clear, yeah, I didn't see that on the YouTube chat, but I heard you, and before I heard you, I just saw YouTube, Umar's
We are a
answer on
rift
YouTube.
apart, my
Anyways,
friend. We are a rift apart. Anime God, what do you have to say?
About Battlefield,
Are you gonna buy the
no,
game? First question.
of course, of course not. I'm not
Oh
in the
my
first
God,
person shooter. That's not my thing. But I
your
mean, it
voice
looks
is
good.
muffled.
But I think
Yeah.
the same thing with Battlefield. I think the Battlefield also is nostalgia too. And then just charging people for a multiplayer only game, that's not gonna help them. You know. So I don't know. I mean, we just gonna have to wait and see. Honestly, I don't partake in it. That's real stupid.
So,
I'm kind of sick of it already.
so
So I'm
your
gonna be
voice is
buying it.
acting up, my friend. I think you need to little adjust your mic.
Oh, hold on. I'm fucking hear me?
It's still muffled. It's not clear.
All right, hold on.
I want to raise a counter argument.
Yo,
Black Ops 4 was
There he
multiplayer.
is.
Yeah, it's good now.
okay.
Yeah.
But that's black.
Elite HVMs gives it a 2.5 out of 10. Okay, Dreamwalker, what man? So, Anime God, are you done? Or
You
you
know,
want to speak up a little more?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm done because I don't want to waste too much time on the topic. I don't really.
Fucking care, right? Okay, Dreamwalker, what's up?
Right.
yeah.
I'll get that game
so
later
just to
when
be
I can get it
clear,
for $20.
Still too much if you ask me though.
uh,
And one season or two seasons, and
Dude,
that'll be
fuck
it
it.
because
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna go
get
to
it when
$2 price.
when it's
soon.
free to play. I'm gonna get it when it's free to play. Fuck that shit. I never loved Battlefield multiplayer.
you
Don't
might
get me
have
wrong.
to wait a
I
long
think
time.
I'm a Call of Duty guy more than a Battlefield. I used to love Battlefield back in the day, but recently
Yeah.
I've not enjoyed it as much as apart from the visuals. I think visuals are incredible in Battlefield games compared to Call of Duty, but when it comes to that fast-paced Twitch kind of shooting and that amazing sense of progression and the prestigious which Call of Duty provides at smooth 60 frames per second right from the PlayStation 3 days. Call of Duty on the PlayStation 3 ran at 60 frames, dude. Stable fucking 60 frames. So when I'm used to that shit, I don't think Battlefield is for
Well,
me.
Doc,
Yeah.
unlucky for you, we just heard the news that COD won't be at E3. So my guess is it's gonna be on PlayStation's showcase. But regardless, it's gonna be a World War II setting. And so far the reactions haven't been that good.
They haven't shown
So what I'm saying is
anything.
that Battlefield this year might have an advantage. I mean, we're already seeing a lot of
It's
engagement.
never gonna happen.
but-
Advantage when it
No.
comes to like fucking like talking good shit about it. Don't no, dude. Tell me
No, I'm
one
not saying
year.
it's gonna sell like
No.
more.
Answer
I'm not
my one
saying that,
question.
but the gap could get
Okay,
smaller.
but still, answer my one question. It's almost like 2 to 3:1 ratio, where Call of Duty outsells Battlefield. Battlefield cannot compete with Call of Duty, no
I
matter
don't have the info on that.
even they show
It
zero
could be
stuff.
3 times better.
Yeah,
It's still not gonna. It's just that's
it's
that's
not
where,
gonna
where
happen.
Sony got in trouble in the market. People are already in that ecosystem,
right?
and
Yeah.
they're in that, you know what I mean, that that annual buy, no matter what it is, where it's at, what they're doing,
Comfortable
it don't
spot,
matter.
you could say. pretty much.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
same
right,
same
feel at
example
home.
with all the sports games,
That
right?
they feel at home.
No matter how minor
Again,
the
I didn't say
improvements
it's gonna
are,
outsell Call of Duty.
then how exactly do you say
What was
it's
that?
gonna be better if it doesn't outsell it?
I didn't say it's gonna be better. I said
It doesn't
I
have
said
to.
the
It's
gap
not
could
gonna be
get
better because
smaller.
Call of
No, no.
Duty is gonna
No, let's
have a
be honest.
campaign.
I mean, okay.
It's gonna be
You see,
if
I'm-
battle. Just a moment,
no, no,
Dreamwalker.
the
If
fan
Battlefield
base is there,
showed
yes.
kick-ass gameplay footage or even confirmed the fact that it had a campaign, I would have agreed to that fact. Because Call of Duty campaigns have always been better
Well, that's
than
your
Battlefield.
opinion, Doc. Okay,
Nope.
let me give you some numbers.
Not
let me
my-
give you some numbers.
Yeah,
No, no.
let me.
Do you know how many people have finished the campaign in like Battlefield? I saw a tweet from Guabzilla. Like, shout out to him. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. He was last time, but he shared the trophy data for Battlefield, and it was 13% for,
Okay.
Way higher
for
than Hype
normal
Busters.
difficulty.
Okay,
So,
so
only 13% of the games. And here's the thing: it's not even like the percentage just shows who has completed the campaign. But in terms of like hours played, it's gonna be way higher. Okay.
What-
So what I'm
see,
saying,
you
here's the
you
thing:
can pull
we
it.
are mostly
pull-
PlayStation fans here. Like we all are all PlayStation fans, right? And often we like single player more, right? So the thing is,
You think I'm
what
biased,
the
right?
market
But
I think no, I'm
yeah,
not.
I
I'm saying
agree.
you're biased. I'm saying this is the opinion of a small
No,
circle. That we're
absolutely
talking,
not.
Right?
I'm not talking
mean,
from my
well,
personal
do you
opinion.
have the data to back it up?
I'm
I
gonna
mean, the
tell you,
multiplayer for Call of
you were
Duty,
just talking
it
about
just-
trophies from one fucking game. What I'm saying is, you go back
No,
and
and
watch.
one thing else. just
I
quick, you
was
see
on the
Black Ops 4,
forums.
Black Ops 4.
Okay, it didn't have campaign.
Black Ops 4 didn't have campaign as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. That's
So,
why it had so much of backlash. That's
it
the
sold, though.
reason.
It
Selling
had backlash, but it
selling
sold.
happens on Call of Duty regardless. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
linking sales of Call of Duty to the campaign because Call of Duty games sell based on the multiplayer, right? People see, even if I buy the next Call of Duty, the
So
first
that's
thing
a double standard. Isn't that a double standard?
I agree, but that's
I mean,
how
I
the
heard somebody
community.
saying it's not gonna sell because it doesn't have campaign.
No.
Battlefield.
What I'm saying is,
How can we?
see, let me finish it, man. See, what I exactly am pointing out is they got so much of backlash. That is the reason they had to completely rework and make the campaign for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And then they have to again make the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was the only game which didn't have campaign, right? That was the only game which lacked campaign. If based on your statistics, based on sales alone, if Activision and the what do you say developers making Call of Duty games, they said, fuck that. Anyways, we are selling the games. Why the fuck do we want to care about the campaign? They wouldn't have included the campaign for the upcoming games, but they gave importance to the campaign right now because they had to charge full price. What I'm getting at now is because the games are moving towards $70 on current gen platforms, just providing you with
there.
multiplayer and having that asking price of $70 without having a campaign, without and also including what do you say, microtransaction, battle passes, all this shit isn't gonna fly. It can sell well, I do not disagree there, but it's never gonna even narrow the margin when it comes to competing with Call of Duty, my friend. That's a huge behemoth. They're gonna show an amazing footage from their campaign again. They're gonna show off multiplayer. I am also excited about multiplayer more than campaign, but what I'm saying is those days are gone. At least if with the market saturated with amazing looking games with so much of support they are doing for almost over 5 years, 10 years, including Overwatch and forget Overwatch, not Overwatch, I was talking about like Apex Legends and all these games. Isn't $70 a steep price or even a huge asking price for just getting your shit when it comes to multiplayer? That was our topic of discussion.
If it was great,
As
I'd
I
pay
said,
for
I'm
it. But
not
I don't.
gonna
I don't want you to.
disagree
I don't
with
want you
that.
to pay with me every quarter, every 3 months, every 2 months, every fucking.
See, that's the
You're gonna
problem.
charge me, knowing what I want, what I'm getting. But you're not gonna get a total of what you're gonna have invested in that motherfucking game.
Yeah. See, I wish the success to Battlefield. I am not salty. I did not, first of all, you can say that I'm a little biased towards Call of Duty. You can say that I'm opinionated, but I've been like a huge Call of Duty player since so many goddamn years. Now, because there are so many games coming out, so and a huge backlog, I'm not too much into Call of Duty. I played almost every single Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 1, 2, every single entry, right from the PS3. I've been busy, active in the community, even on the forums, even on the discussions on YouTube, even what do you say, looking at different weapon stats, the fire rate, the recoil, which weapon to use on what maps. I've gone through all that stuff. I had a huge load of subscribers who I subscribed to just to get that
Quick
weekly
question.
dose of Call of Duty. I know from there that what exactly Call of Duty achieves, Battlefield can never reach that, man. But now with this kind
Okay,
of
so
shit happening, I don't think it's gonna tip the scales. Yeah, Dreamwalker.
did you put in more hours into multiplayer or single player for Call of Duty? As just
Absolutely, it is multiplayer.
as a whole.
As a whole, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
yeah. How does it make
Yeah, and that's my
not
point.
having a
Some people don't
campaign?
even play single player in Call of Duty; they just jump into
I
multiplayer
I
right
told
away,
that.
right? I
I
mean,
told that
they
point to
made a
you.
UI changes for that thing. Yeah.
But
So let me just be very clear about this. I'm not saying it's good that it doesn't have single player. I was very disappointed. Like if you check my tweets on Twitter, I was disappointed as fuck. And also, I am super pissed off at what they're doing in terms of uh, just how they're milking the customers. I
that's
mean,
it. Then
let's
end
just
of the
recap for a
conversation,
second.
right? You are agreeing to the
Yeah.
fact that you're pissed off. Then why the fuck are we arguing then?
No, no. I
Just for the
was
sake of
just.
the argument? What
I
I'm
don't even
saying
know.
is, no matter
I don't know.
how you twist the
I didn't.
tail, you are pissed off. I am pissed off. Call of Duty is gonna outsell the Battlefield, right? Am I not clear?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. I agree with all that.
Whether I spend
No,
more
but
time on
still,
multiplayer, whether I spend more time on
absolutely.
campaign, but what the campaign gives to me when it comes to those cinematic set pieces on a multiplayer focused game cannot be replaced by multiplayer. That's what I'm saying. I finished the
You see, here's
campaign
the thing.
modes.
I don't see it. I don't look at it that way. Okay, if I want that, maybe Call of Duty provides that for me. Okay, so I'm gonna have that this year, and then I can have multiplayer in Battlefield. So
I'll give
here's
you
the thing.
one quick example.
I agree with you
Dreamwalker,
all.
can you ask my one question, please? Answer my one question, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do not want to cut you off often. there are characters in Call of
That's
Duty which you know, recognize. You know Captain Price.
Oh yeah.
You know Makarov.
Yeah, that
You
campaign was dope. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be
see
long
that's the
either.
point. How many characters do you remember from fucking Battlefield, man? Nothing.
Good points.
That is the
But
point I'm
I
getting.
do have memories though. I do have memories.
I
from the
want those
multiplayer.
memories again. Why the fuck are they cutting off campaign? If you want memories, you should have campaign.
Again, I'm not saying it's a good
Then why are
decision,
we fucking
but
arguing?
I'm saying it's not. Okay, no. So here's the thing though, because some people are like, I'm not gonna play this because it doesn't have single player, and I respect that as well. It's your decision, it's your choice, right? But I'm saying there are people who play these things just for the multiplayer,
I agree.
and for those people, I don't see a problem, you know.
But
But the problem
Yeah.
is the fact that it's the price. The problem is the price and the tricks that they're gonna pull to get even more money.
see, there is
out
one
of the
more.
customers.
There is one more depth, one more layer to this argument. What I'm saying is, Battlefield are the underdogs. Similar, just to for the sake of comparison, just take them as Xbox. Call of Duty is something like PlayStation. They can do whatever the shit they want. People trust that quality. People know that investment. They are gonna buy those games regardless, even if it omits the campaign, like they did with Call of Duty. Which was that? Black Ops 4. They omitted the campaign completely, but still, it made almost like 1.52 billion dollars in revenue in 1 year based on microtransactions and sales alone. That's gonna happen. It's gonna stay on NPD every goddamn month. That doesn't stop them from delivering the quality and delivering campaign. When a game without a campaign sold so much, why the fuck did they go back to campaign again? Because they knew that there is this fan base which loves their characters, which loves that cinematic storytelling, similar to Sony. But here, why I'm pissed off is Battlefield has so much to prove. They're not here every single goddamn year. They're absent. They're doing this alternate year kind of thing with their games. When they're absent for one whole fucking year, don't you think they need to be punching above their belt? Don't you think they need to bring so much of good shit to the table just to compete, just to prove that they're
Yeah, you
still
gotta give yourself an edge over that more solidified franchise.
yeah. See, the underdogs, the ones who are at the bottom of the food chain have too much to lose if they do not hit above their belt, if they do not put all their eggs in that one basket. When the games is not an annual franchise, which is not like a runaway success like Call of Duty, you need to be investing too much. When you're absent for a year, people expect shit. People want your game to blow your mind, which didn't happen. So much of stuff lacking, and this practices of having exclusive content to EA subscribers, that is like too much, man. And even having a roadmap, shit. I think we have discussed enough on Battlefield, don't you guys think?
It's not a good look. I know.
Hey, at least they're being
See-
honest if they're going right after them teats.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
Anime God, what do you
they
have to
had
say,
to
man? Real
release this
quick. Do
info
you agree
anyways.
to my sentiment on
just
this?
real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would never have that Call of Duty nostalgia. Never. You know, it's not gonna have the Call of Duty nostalgia or the sales. So it just doesn't matter what they do at this point.
No,
You know, Call of Duty is gonna be number one. Just
They're
like
not.
Halo.
They're not helping.
Halo-
They're not helping
Halo's
themselves
also
with that
suffering
though.
but
same fate.
one fact which I
Halo's also
disagree with
suffering
Dreamwalker
Okay,
is you
so here's the
said they
thing,
are
though.
gonna
If they-
narrow the gap. I'm not gonna think that's gonna happen, my friend.
I don't know. I mean,
Absolutely
if they're
not.
gonna narrow the gap,
No, I said if we haven't seen Call of Duty. If Call of Duty, I mean, there was rumors that like Call of Duty is in a mess in terms of production this year. I
Yeah.
don't
So was the
necessarily
last
believe those,
one. You
but
Call of Duty could have a multiplayer where you shoot at a block of wood. It's still gonna sell 10 million copies.
See, they do not want to prove themselves any
I know.
much.
You see, if I'm being honest, you see, this just we're comparing Call of Duty and Battlefield too much. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, Call of
It
Duty could
matters,
sell
dude.
10 times better.
It
But
looks, it
if
stays in the same
Battlefield,
ecosystem of first person shooters, right? We are not comparing it to Halo. We are not comparing it to Ratchet and Clank. Those are the games which are dropping almost like 1 or 2 months between them. Call of Duty, Cold War even
yes,
dropped
but
in
so what?
November.
I mean, they
Every
are
time
different in terms of gameplay. See,
it's.
Battlefield is about large scale
I'm
battles
not
and
talking
vehicles
about
and
the
whatnot, and
design.
Call of
I'm
Duty is like
just talking
twitch
about.
reactions.
I know there is a dedicated
To,
fan base to Battlefield. There is a dedicated fan base to Call of Duty. But one huge thing which Call of Duty excels, which Battlefield can never surpass, is that casual factor. Even casual gamers who are not extremely hardcore and completely invested in first person shooters, it's such a joy just to pick up and play Call of Duty rather than Battlefield, right?
A lot of people, that's the only game they buy every year.
Yeah. So I think
how
we
is that
had enough
important? Like, I
discussion
don't
on
get it.
this.
Like, you're
Yeah.
end of discussion on again. I don't know. I try to be clear about my points, but I'm not saying like this is okay or anything. But you know what? Never mind. Let's talk about what Chad is saying. They're talking about like how expensive this thing is, and
No, see, based, see, in a chat, what they're saying is it's more, the prices are more here in Sweden. No, it's not even $70 here. It's $102 in Sweden for the digital copy. And the physical
yeah.
copy is a
And to
little
be
bit
clear,
cheaper
I
than that.
am pissed off. I am super pissed off at this whole situation. I mean, it's just fucked up at this point.
Then why the
Let's
fuck are you like
have a
bringing
quick
in a
recap. It's
defense argument for the
$70.
sake of that shit? There is
No,
no
I'm not bringing.
positive
You see, here's
messages
the
to
thing.
take off
I am.
from
You
this
see,
trailer.
when I argue, I am very specific, right? Like you could say one sentence, and I may not agree with that sentence, but it might come off as like if like I'm disagreeing with the whole
No,
point.
no, no,
It's
no.
not that, right?
I totally know, but what I'm saying is the end results, those are the end results which I mentioned to you. The end results matter more than what I think or what you think and what our panel thinks or what the chat thinks. The end results are not gonna be good for Battlefield. Do you guys agree upon that or not? Based on what they showed, based
Yes,
on
I
them,
agree.
yeah, we everyone is here of us here is in an agreement
So
that
here's my view. Here's my view.
yeah,
It's not a good look, right? But there are still people that like the multiplayer, and they are still like waiting for the gameplay and to see how the game plays and looks and everything. And you see, it's not like a zero or all or nothing situation, right? So
I'm
you
not talking about
might get the game, don't get the
Battlefield
battle
be
pass,
doing
don't use
zero sales or
microtransactions.
people
Okay,
not
let me
buying the
finish,
game.
please. No, let me finish. You see, you might see the multiplayer and it might fucking blow your mind. We don't know that. It might. You see, the fact that they focus all their energy and resources on multiplayer, like it has to
Might
do
happen,
something
yeah.
for it.
Le-
If not,
That's a good
so
point. I
so
agree.
maybe some people
It
are
can
Yeah, we
happen.
can hit this up again next week too. The gameplay trailer comes out on the 13th. We can come back to this.
Yeah, absolutely. We are
We'll
going
know
on
more.
and on.
I mean, I'm expecting this to be good because they're putting all their energy on it. And what I'm saying is that it's not like for me, it's not like oh they're not having multi campaign or this is or this or that, and then it's a deal breaker for me, right? I am pissed off, but I still want to know what it is, right? And you might get the game. You like. Here's the thing: they have a free battle pass, right? They have paid battle pass. Again, I'm not. It's fucked up. They're just milking
Dude, you are
players too much,
defending
right?
for the sake
But I'm
of
saying
it.
no, 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 no.
You can be
Yep, yep.
excited, but
But I'm saying like
until you
you
show
might. Okay,
results.
here's a simple.
Yeah.
Here's a simple way to explain it. You might see the game. It might be really good, and you might just spend $70 all other games, and maybe you don't have to spend more. Maybe you don't have to spend on microtransactions and battle pass. There's a free one, right? We don't know what's gonna happen. I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But okay, let's move on now. We got enough discussion regarding this topic. What I'm want to make things clear to the chat here and all the Xbox dudes here is please stop that pandemic or that cancer attitude of trying to downplay your own quality from your own exclusive games. You brag about power, you brag about those 23 studios, you brag about how you can have Starfield as an exclusive. They haven't till now absolutely confirmed that Starfield will never come to PlayStation, right? This is a fact. You guys need to get over it. Don't be pissed off later. The beautiful way I look at it is, just imagine Starfield looks, just for the sake of imagination, it looks unreal. It looks exquisite. It looks the best thing you have seen till now when it comes to that type of game. You want, do you guys know what they're gonna do? They can make it a timed exclusive, which is gonna be only available on a PC and an Xbox Series X as well. I don't think they can do it cross gen. Even if they do cross gen, fuck it. They're gonna have this 6 month exclusive window wherein if you wanna play Starfield, day and date, you can get it on Game Pass as a part of the subscription. If you want to buy the game, you can buy the game for $70 on an Xbox and on a PC. And you can play the game on cloud devices as well. And here the kicker. After 6 months, it's going to launch on a PlayStation 5 for $78. During that time, after that 6 months span, they can reduce the price of Starfield on the Xbox and PC version to $50. So, day and date Game Pass push, along with availability exclusive to Xbox and PC, and releasing the game on PlayStation, again having that huge install base of the PlayStation by that time. The install base of PlayStation is always going to be higher than the Xbox. Everyone knows that shit. And people buy and complete games more on PlayStation. That's why all multi-platform sales outsell the Xbox and PC versions. Isn't this an incredible move? I think they can pull this shit. Why the fuck are people saying it's gonna be absolutely exclusive to Xbox and PC and it's never gonna drop on PlayStation? Phil Spencer, during one of the interviews, clearly
He
mentioned.
talks in riddles. It's like they're
They're
exclusives
not
they've had already that they don't give you. They always neglect to mention that
case
whole
by case
time
basis, right?
thing too.
Game by game basis.
Yeah. And legacy titles, you got when you listen to Phil Spencer, you gotta like rewatch shit to see how not concrete he is on his answers and way he can revert back to shit. Because he says this is exclusive, whatever, and then a lot of that shit comes to PlayStation, like Media and Call of Duty. We've been through that. But and he also says legacy titles. I don't think that just means Fallout 4 and all that kind of shit. It's still
Legacy even
whatever.
means the next Elder Scrolls. Legacy can mean the next Doom. Who the fuck knows? Man?
Yep.
It's all
Yeah.
convoluted
Plus, I think
corporate bullshit.
Yeah, and I think they might keep it exclusive, but it's all going to depend on the growth of Game Pass. Because if they're not turning a profit, they're going to turn a profit.
Yeah.
So unless they got 60, 70, 80, 100, whatever the hell they need to get to satisfy their shareholders, that's what you're going to see. That's why he kind of loses shit. I mean, that's not him. That's Microsoft. He's doing that to cover his ass. But he also wants to keep his fans happy too.
They aren't stupid, guys. No matter how much you agree or disagree upon your credibility or your link to a certain platform holder, that's the beautiful thing what Jim Ryan and their team are doing at PlayStation, right? Whether you give importance, whether you show adverse reaction, whether you shout out of your ass, and whether you pull off all these petitions to make Jim Ryan step down as a CEO from Sony, who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, they're looking at profits. They're looking at the revenue they can generate from their IPs. That's the reason they're releasing games on PC, but they still
and they're giving them
are
for free.
wary.
They've used
They're
up
giving
their money
you
that
for
they made
free.
off them.
Or as a part of the PlayStation Plus collection. It was on PlayStation Plus as well. See, did you guys notice that Days Gone was on PlayStation Plus collection, but they made double sure that the PlayStation gamers should not be pissed off because Days Gone is going to drop on PC. They wanted to make double sure that PlayStation gamers should not be pissed off that Horizon Zero Dawn was on PC. That's the reason they gave Horizon Zero Dawn free to everyone. And then they gave Days Gone again as part of a monthly PlayStation Plus subscription. Apart from it
They gave
being
away Uncharted
already,
4 3 times.
yeah, it's beautiful, man.
PlayStation Plus twice and the collection once.
See,
They've had 3
there is this-
opportunities to claim that game.
There are these multiple dudes who hit me up on Twitter. I think Dreamwalker, you would have also faced a lot of people. I'm gonna destroy my PlayStation 5. I'm gonna sell my PlayStation 5. I'm gonna sell my PlayStation 4 because Uncharted 4 is coming to PC. It's still rumors. Who knows? Because just based on that
No,
investor
it will
call,
with the movie and everything. They're thinking about Sony as a
Yeah,
company.
it's
They
like
want
a
more people
beautiful
involved in
marketing
that
move.
IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to all
want
these
people to
dudes,
buy the
what I'm
movie
saying
tickets, too.
is, if you have already played the game, if you have already beaten the game, and if it's already in your goddamn library, wherein you can play whenever you want, wherever you want, whether it's on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, just imagine Uncharted 4, man. I can just go to my store, just download it, and start playing now. Why the fuck do I break my controller or sell it just because that same game is releasing to PC? Yeah, I might be pissed off because they are. See, Jim Ryan, Sony, those big companies, those people who are running those companies, they aren't your spouse. They aren't your girlfriend. They aren't your bitch, right? Why the fuck do they care about your emotional importance towards these things? If there would have been a huge divide because people say shit which they don't do. All these people who are claiming that they're going to sell the PlayStation 4 because the one game is going to PC are not going to sell their PlayStation 4. It's just that statement which comes out of their minds because they are pissed off. They're not going to do that. If they would have done that, and multiple people would have done that, the sales which are coming from first party games from the PlayStation, from third party games, wouldn't have happened. I don't think there has been a downward slope or anything, despite whatever the generation bullshit they pulled, whatever, how much ever you get, what do you say, pissed off at all these news regarding cross gen, regarding games going to PC. All this is fanboy bullshit. At the end of the day, I do not give a fuck. I'm honest to you, people. Even I even mentioned to that one dude who was hitting me up regularly on Twitter that even if the next God of War goes to PC, realistically speaking, does it make me not buy the game at launch when it looks amazing on a PlayStation 5? I do not own a high end PC. Even if I owned a high end PC, it doesn't change the fact that if I look at a game which looks amazing, it doesn't change my purchasing decision just because of that inner fanboy in me. It's not gonna stop me from buying the game. So that's how things are going. That's good. More people get to play, they'll get excited for the next game, they're gonna jump over to the PlayStation 5. That is their main intent. They are giving away old ass games. As of now, I'm speaking. I do not see a day wherein every game on PlayStation 5 or PS4 drops day and date on Game Pass. What I'm saying, as it stands right now, it's a beautiful strategy. Don't be pissed off at this. It's not stopping you guys from enjoying the games you play and love. This fanboy bullshit is going too much. People just give too much preference to their, what do you say, emotions. Don't do that. It's not going to help anyone. If you Sony can generate more revenue from the PC sales. You guys might have noticed there was like 850% spike in sales for Horizon Zero Dawn when it launched on PC. All that revenue is going to your beloved first party Sony studios, which are delivering banger after banger. Isn't it good if they make more money? Why the fuck are you pissed off? So, what's your take on this, Nelson?
Well, I mean, Sony's spending a shit ton of money. I don't know if you've known with all the third-party deals and the amount of money they're spending, they can get it from consumers who they're charging $50 for a 5-year-old game or $40 for a game you've long since passed, or they can take it out of your ass. You have a choice. You know what I mean? Which do you want? You know
See,
what I mean? Because they're investing a lot of money. They're supporting PlayStation 4 and 5 now. They're getting VR coming up here that they have
yeah.
to support and get games for. They're investing almost $20 billion in the next 2 years. Like that's some money, especially for Sony.
And
Like
they're
that's a fucking rip of cash.
yep, they're spending billions, like even acquiring shit like like share when it comes to Kadokawa as well as Crunchyroll. They spend almost like 2
Evo.
billion, almost like 1.9 billion to acquire Crunchyroll. They are doing all this shit because I feel after acquiring Crunchyroll, they can get these amazing third party. What do you say?
How's that going, by the way? Is it done? The Crunchyroll deal?
I thought that was
Crunchyroll,
done several months ago. I don't
it's done.
pay that much attention to it, but I thought that went through months and months ago.
Yeah.
No, I
Like,
heard like there were
like
No, the
winter.
Kadokawa one
ramifications
isn't
and
done
shit.
fully. The Crunchyroll one is completed.
It's completed. Are you sure?
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't hear any news about it.
No, because
I
it's
think it was a while ago where the deal was signed
yeah,
and
it
the
was
money
like
was paid
almost
already. It
5,
was-
6 months back, 4 months back.
Yeah,
I
it was a
heard
while
news
ago.
there
It
were
was like wintertime.
in the process, and there were like problems, but I don't know,
It wasn't
I have to
all
look
over
it
the
up.
damn news, so.
So there is this one topic which Umar Yusha in the chat says, "What's up, Umar?" He says that, but Uncharted 4 should get a PlayStation 5 version before it goes
Yep.
to PC. I agree
Totally
that.
agree.
That's one more
I would
reason
agree
for
with that.
people
Yeah,
to be pissed off.
Horizon 2, I'm still waiting. I think they're really focused on the new game, but I do
Yeah.
want a 60 frames patch just for that, just because, you know what I mean? Just because I'm a greedy
See,
motherfucker.
this is a nice, what is a sensitive topic which Umar touched upon here. Kudos to you, dude. Absolutely. If they're gonna release Uncharted 4, yeah, just take for instance Uncharted, right? There were rumors like it's gonna go to PC. Just imagine we are getting a peasant version of the PlayStation 4 version after the release of PlayStation 5, wherein they didn't release a patch, performance, or whatever the goodies which come with PS5, but they have the balls to release a better performing version on PC. That's gonna be concerning. That's not a good look, if you ask me. That's one thing which can piss off people. I agree to that. More than the game releasing on PC, if they do not release the PS5 patch, that's gonna piss off. But here's the thing: why do you imagine that Uncharted 4 is not gonna get a PS5 patch if it lands up on a PC? They can do that. Do you guys did you guys observe that Days Gone released a patch on PS5? You know, right? PlayStation 5.
They did for Days Gone, but they didn't for Horizon.
No, fuck
Right.
Horizon. What I'm saying
They
is,
did for Last of Us 2 as well.
Days Gone they did because it was hot on the market, and they recently announced Days Gone going to PC.
Oh, you know what? They didn't also do it for Death Stranding. So
Oh, then
Yeah.
it's fucked up. Then it's fucked up. Dude.
Well, Death Stranding is a little different because Sony published they don't own the entire rights.
Yeah,
to it
they
either.
do
That's
not
not
own.
right.
It's
that
They
is
don't
true.
own that IP. They
505
don't
published it
own
on
that.
PC.
It's a second party.
They don't own that IP either. They can't.
It's
really
a
go
second
back
party
and tell
game,
them to do
not a
that.
first party game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
see,
but
Yeah.
you know, Sony has good relationships with Hideo Kojima. Like, I don't know. I think they could have done it if they wanted to. But you're right. I mean, 505 was a publisher.
Yeah, that's not the biggest studio in the world too, and I think say if they are working with Microsoft right now, they probably got two teams. One working on like a small horror Game Pass type title that's probably going to be a few hours, but we give them something good on their platform. You know what I mean? And something bigger too. They just don't have the resources to. I mean, he's paying that most of that shit out of pocket. You know what I mean?
see, but the problem is, no
Honestly,
matter
I
how
don't-
beautiful and
I don't think
glamorous,
Kojima will do. Just real quick. I don't think Kojima will do an exclusive deal with Xbox.
I can't see it either because he's never had good relations. But I mean, if they offer him enough money for a couple hours, something he can do in 6 months or something, you know what I mean? Because you gotta remember he's growing a
But it
studio
can
too.
happen though. Who
That's not
knows?
what Kojima does.
Can
You see,
happen.
that's not what Kojima does. All of his games, they're so rich and they're so visioned and rich, and it has
At
a
least the
universe.
lower
You know,
part
he
of it,
doesn't
it's
let
like
you.
deep, right? It's not like a small passion project kind of shit. I don't think he loves doing
Yeah,
that. He
But
takes
that's
risks.
true. But
yeah.
he might want enough
He
money
doesn't
if he
have
can get enough money, and
showcases.
he don't need people to publish his games too. He can profit a lot more and have a lot more control over
I
everything he
don't
does.
see that either. Well, because first of all, Sony can offer a lot of money as well. So that's a misconception that people have. I mean, if anything, look at the third-party deals. Sony's the one who's offering the most money because they're outbidding stuff
But
and getting all the
Xbox
exclusives,
need to
right?
do something though.
But
They
Kojima,
yeah, they
yeah. No, here's the thing. I think maybe they could release this trending on Xbox. That's something that I thought could be, which is not that likely, honestly. But also maybe it could be cross multi-platform, right? That's another thing. I don't think because there are so many reasons, but just like Kojima is friends with a lot of like really good friends with a lot of people at Sony, like Herman Holst, and long time friends, right? Herman Holst,
Oh, he's got deep relationships with places for
Mark
years.
see we agree to the fact that
and
he
like,
has a
was
good
using the Cinema engine.
see he has a good working relationship with Sony since the PlayStation 1 days. Since so goddamn back. Going back right from see, just
You
imagine the
know,
first
in
Metal Gear
recent
Solid
days,
1. It was such an incredibly what do you say, huge game back in that day on a 32-bit era to take so much of risk, invest so
yeah,
much and pull it off. That's what Sony does in a beautiful way, which no other like apart from Nintendo, nothing else does that. Sony does that because we have seen on multiple occasions. That's not the this thing. But
yeah,
Nelson, as he mentioned,
Yeah,
if
nobody else would back that. No, nobody else would back that game, that Stranding, and that grew the relationship
yeah,
stronger. It certainly wasn't even. I don't even think they. I think we were kind of hoping to break even with that game because people didn't really like the concept. But you're building a relationship with him. But that doesn't mean he wouldn't take a bag to do a smaller thing because
but
you got to think.
still,
You know, I think Kojima
it's all
wants
guesswork
to
right
be able
now.
to publish his own
no,
games and have full control over everything someday. And he's
yeah.
got to
I
have the
don't
finances.
see that. It's you see Kojima. I mean, I don't see him as a guy who like money is all that matters to him. Like he has this
Yeah,
desire to
totally
make
agree on
something
that.
great,
I agree on
right?
that. Absolutely.
Some people,
I agree,
it's
but
like
he never
again,
had his own studio before too, though. You got to think of it from a
He
financial
was on
point too, because this
Konami.
guy's got to
Yeah.
pay. He's got to pay everybody too. He's paying 100 and some people.
yeah, but it's not like if he works with Sony, he's gonna go bankrupt. I mean, if anything, Sony had the
No,
most support with Death Stranding.
But what
Yeah,
if
and it's not like
Microsoft pays more than
Sony
what
will
Sony
leave the
offers him?
negotiations as
That's the
no,
problem.
okay,
See,
so here's the thing. We could talk hours about this, but let me just say this. See, Kojima recently retweeted the article that Herman Hulst had, right?
those things
He
are all.
retweeted that.
Yeah, Kojima posted. His secretary posted a pic of Kojima eating a burger.
Yeah.
Sitting just
I mean,
beside
I don't know
in
about
Sony
that.
office. See, we can make assumptions whole day, but at the end of the day, as Nelson said, if given adequate money, if given adequate freedom to provide a game, at least just imagine a Game Pass, a smaller kind of game, if he's
especially as a
overpaid.
side project.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is, they can blow it up. See, Xbox can blow shit up because there are hungry fans who have zero games right now. The side project by Kojima is gonna be a quadruple A to the average Xbox gamer right now. Don't you guys agree?
Well, it is a possibility, but as I said, he's not the guy who kind of does that stuff. Like,
I'm
he's
not
not
saying
gonna-
he is. I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's all
Dude,
I'm getting at.
you don't like
Never say
what do
never
you
with
say?
that.
Disregard
It
your own
is.
statement, right? We are talking about possibilities. I'm not saying I agree to your fact that he has whatever. Again, I do not want to waste more time on this shit. What I'm saying is, if there is a possibility of him working on a smaller project, if paid well by Microsoft, it can blow up because people are on the Xbox side
That'd
are
be the
gonna,
biggest thing on their platform.
yeah, that's
They
gonna
might
be
be
the
willing to
best
pay
thing on
big
Game
bucks for that.
Pass. That's gonna be the
Actually,
best thing.
I think it's not gonna sell that well on Xbox.
Fuck
Just
sales,
the
because they
fan base
depend
on
on Game
Xbox,
Pass,
they don't
right? We are
care as
talking
much
about a
for
side
Kojima's
project.
works.
See, we are talking
I know
about,
the fan base of Xbox don't care about Kojima as much as PS fans do. It's a fact.
but
If he
it's a
release a
huge
game
marketing
there, it's
push.
gonna
Do
sell,
not,
but it's not gonna
Microsoft
be.
is dying for content too.
who gives a
They're
fuck?
fucking dying.
It is true. It is true. I'm saying though, I don't know. I think the more likely scenario is something like cross-platform or
See,
spreading on
let's
Game
end
Pass.
this
So it might be
let's
a
end
Game
this
Pass
statement real
probably if
quick.
they put
Here's
the.
what we think, right? Yourself,
Sorry,
myself,
let me
Nelson,
finish.
even
He's
Anime
gonna
God,
be at
hopefully.
FQ's show tomorrow. So there's that.
See, I'm gonna say one thing. As you mentioned, I agree halfway through that. If it's a next huge ass AAA game, it makes 100% sense for it to be a multi-platform, releasing on every goddamn console, if not Switch Pro, releasing on every console, something similar to Death Stranding, something similar to Metal Gear. If it's a multi-platform, if it's a huge ass high budget game, it makes sense. What we are saying here is we are not arguing that point. What we are saying is, if it's a side project paid well from Xbox, and if he gets a center stage during the E3 where he comes up with a, what do you say, something he has to say to the Game Pass crowd, saying that here is a side project, I am Hideo Kojima, everyone is gonna lose their minds. You do not undersell, what do you say, the following that Kojima has. There is more following on PlayStation, I agree, but it's gonna be a huge marketing push for that side project, which might be a double A kind of game, but they're gonna say it's gonna drop
But we don't
day
know
and
that.
date.
See, here's the thing. You see, they had
Dude,
Death
let me
Stranding.
complete
Death
the
Stranding
sentence.
didn't
We
sell
don't
that
know
well.
shit. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just wrapping it
But
up.
no, you're
We
not
don't.
saying you're
We are not
okay.
arguing here. What I'm saying is, I do not want to go back and forth, rinse and repeat the same thing. We do not know anything. What I'm getting at is, doesn't this make sense? It makes sense if it were to be a side project wherein there is not too much to lose because there is no too much investment when it comes to making that game because it's a double A kind of standard. But if it drops on Game Pass day and date, it's gonna push that platform further. That is what I'm getting
And they
at.
need that to grow. They can't continue to give that shit out for $1 forever.
Yeah.
They need something to move the needle. They might be willing to. They paid $7.5 billion for Bethesda. Would you pay $7.5 billion for Bethesda? Compared to Insomniac was $250 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People who are desperate are willing to pay out the ass.
Why is Sony? So why is Sony getting all the third-party exclusives? Microsoft has
Because
higher money, right?
Because
can't
they're
do that
smart.
for every
They're
game. They
smart.
can't do that for every game.
Yeah. They've been doing
Why
that.
can't they? They go with a bag of money, right? Publishers
Yeah,
like
but they
money.
can't do that for
Game
every
developers
game.
like money.
They are
Why
picking
not?
and choosing.
Microsoft has more money. Why can't they outbid Sony?
a lot more money.
They can, but they'll never make back that investment.
There, shall I
Well,
tell
you're
you
just
one
repeating.
thing?
I'm saying
See, shall I tell you one thing why they
Microsoft
aren't
has
doing?
more money.
Okay.
See, that's not how things
No, no, no.
work. and
I'm
not
gonna answer your
continue this
question,
because-
Dreamwalker. I'm gonna answer your question. Is it more enticing? Just imagine, Dreamwalker, Anime God. I'm gonna give you time to talk. Even Nelson, I'm gonna answer Dreamwalker's question. Right? It's not just about the money. It's about the returns as well. Just
Oh,
imagine.
really?
One
But
second.
that's
One
what I
second.
was saying. That's what I
Dude,
was saying.
let me fucking complete my
I'm
sentence.
not cutting you off.
I-
Bro,
let
I'm
me-
not cutting you off. I just said I wanted to be clear. That's why I agree with you.
You agreed, but why the fuck did you ask a question? Why Microsoft has more money? Why aren't they getting more third-party deals? Right? This was a question you asked me, right?
Yep.
Just now. Let me answer that question. The question is, if I am a third-party publisher, for instance, Square Enix, for instance, multiple third-party publishers, whatever you want to take, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Western, I am a third-party publisher, right? I'm gonna get a check from Sony saying, here, take this $30 million, make the game exclusive to PlayStation 5 for 2 years, for instance, Forspoken. Okay, as being a third party dev, I'm going to look at the optics of what I'm gaining from this deal. I'm going to take that $30 million upfront, make the game, release on only one platform, which is a PlayStation, for 2 years. I'm going to look at the statistics. I'm going to look at the statistics that I'm going to lose out all the sales from Xbox side and from the PC side. Forget PC.
I get what you're saying. I know where you're going with this.
No. Let me complete. You have pointed a question. I'm
Well,
going
I
to answer
already
it.
know.
You know.
Go ahead,
Then
yes.
let me complete it. I'm going to see when 80%
To
of
go,
sales are
okay, go
coming
ahead.
from the PlayStation as a third party publisher. For me, I'm just losing out 20% of the sales if I take this deal. I'm going to get this 30% upfront, $30 million upfront. I'm going to release the game on PlayStation. Anyways, people on PlayStation buy games more than on Xbox. There is more following, there is more install base, which is growing every goddamn month. Have you seen the NPDs? Have you seen how goddamn well PlayStation 4 did? How the PlayStation 5 is doing right now compared to Xbox? I'm not gonna lose too much of shit because I'm gonna lose only 20% of the sales when the game releases exclusively on PlayStation. So, with the loss of 20%, I'm gonna accept this $30 million. I'm gonna release the game and I'm gonna get that 70% cut for every single sale of the game which happens on PlayStation, which is almost 80%. Same position if Microsoft gives me $50 million instead of 30 million because they have more money. Okay, you asked me the question, that's why I'm answering. They give me, imagine,
But you
50
just
million.
repeated everything I said, and
No,
I
no, no,
meant.
no. I am not
But
repeating. I'm
you
not.
guys don't
Just
apply
don't cut
those
me off,
things
please. Don't
in the
cut me off,
Kojima
please.
deals.
Just imagine I'm the same
When
Square
aren't you done?
Enix.
I have to go. You see, I knew what you were gonna say,
Then
and
why
I
the fuck
agreed
did you
with all
ask
of
the
that.
question? You asked me.
Because you guys were something.
No, no,
You
no,
guys
no.
were
You
saying
asked
something
me the
else, and
question.
everything you said. No, you see, now you're not letting me talk.
I'm
Everything
not
you
gonna
said,
let you
apply that to
talk
the
because
Kojima
you
deal.
asked
You
me the
guys said,
question. Why isn't Microsoft getting more
well,
third-party
weren't you
deals
okay. I
despite
have to
having
go.
them more money?
Okay.
Then why did you ask?
You see, Anime God wanted to say something as well, and he had to go, and you didn't let him, and now he's gone. So I have to go as well. Here's the thing: I agree with everything you said, and I knew where you were going with this from the
Then
beginning.
there is
I'm just
nothing to
saying,
lose
apply
by
everything
partnering
you
with
said.
PlayStation. There is too less
Apply
to
everything.
lose.
So you're cutting me off. Apply everything you said to the Kojima deal. It's not like they go in with a bag of money and Kojima say,
Oh
"Oh my
my
God, yeah,
god.
thank you." It's not as simple as that. There's so many factors that go into this deal, and that's what I was saying. That's it.
I'm done with this conversation, man. Because I wanted to
Me
answer your
too. We're gonna
question.
see.
I wanted to answer.
Well, you
See,
did, and I heard you.
don't
Okay, go
answer
ahead
me
and
like those
say
Xbots, right? The
anything was
Xbots bring up that Microsoft is a $1 trillion company.
no
They
doubt.
have more money. That's the reason I answer your question. I know that you know the answer,
Bro,
but
that was a
because you brought it
rhetorical
up,
question.
okay,
No,
just
you
take
guys
this
were
this
saying.
way.
Okay.
I started this.
You're
I just want.
misunderstanding me.
No. I
No,
No,
understood.
you're
Okay,
misunderstanding
let's
I'm
me.
just
take
saying,
this this way.
I'm just saying the whole thing. Never say never. That's all. That's all I'm getting. I don't think it's gonna
Dreamwalker,
happen. I
isn't
started the whole
this
thing.
isn't this
Like,
conversation more beneficial to the people watching rather than me and you, right? You asked the question. I'm not only answering the answer
it's a
to
show.
you. Just don't take it personally. The question which I answered, you
I'm
know the
not
answer
taking it
because you're
personally. I think
once.
you were
No,
you
no,
were
no.
getting mad. I don't know why.
I am
I
not
wasn't
getting
even disagreeing
mad.
with you.
I am not getting mad because if I raise my voice, that doesn't mean I'm getting mad. I'm
No.
answering a question genuinely. See, this is a podcast, right? We are broadcasting this to the internet. So many people are watching. So many people are not as knowledgeable as you, me, and Nelson. That is the reason they spend that time watching and listening to us banter regarding games. We are not experts by any means, but we are more knowledgeable because we are passionate towards gaming. We spend more time on Twitter, we spend more time on YouTube than the average listener on YouTube. I give respect to everyone. Everyone's
agree.
opinion is equal. So when I'm answering you your question, it's not just targeted to you. If you cut me off that I know where you're going, I know the answer, that doesn't make sense, because I'm not only answering to you, because this is a genuine question which you brought up, Dreamwalker. I respect you for that. Because you said Microsoft has more money. Why the fuck are they not getting more deals? Why the fuck are they not getting more exclusive rights? These 1 year, 2 year exclusive windows on Xbox. But Sony is pulling that shit, right? So this is a question, you brought it up. You know the answer. I know. I know how active you're on Twitter. I respect that. But when I am answering a question, just because you know the answer, if you cut me off, people who are listening will not get the entire picture. I'm still feeling many people are asking the same.
Have to
See,
go.
uh,
Can you let me please say this?
no.
You see,
Just
I think you made your point right now. You see, you're just repeating yourself. You just said I cut you off several times, and I heard that. And the question I asked, I know the answer myself, right? But I
who the
wanted
fuck
you to
cares,
answer
man?
that and
I'm
apply
answering
that
the
in the
question to
cuisine.
everyone's, right? You
You see,
brought a
you're not letting
genuine
me
question.
speak right now because you see, you're cutting me off right now, and this miscommunication
This
just turns into
is not a
something else.
miscommunication, dude. This is a debate. If we jump
No,
on each other's
also
throats,
it's not a
that
debate.
is.
I don't disagree. I don't have any problem. See, all I was saying was that money is not all that matters, right? That was it.
True.
But
But
I'm
here's the thing.
explaining that shit. I'm explaining that shit in a
Yeah,
very
but
slow
you made your
terms.
point, and I had to
No,
go.
no, no. Okay,
Okay, so
if that's the
okay, so
case,
here's the thing. Was there anything else left that you had to say? And I
yeah,
cut you off.
absolutely.
Anything that you
I,
didn't
I
say?
was going. I did.
Okay, go ahead.
Nelson, whatever I said, didn't it make sense?
I'll be
man?
here for 5 more minutes, and I'll let you. Okay.
I'm
Anything
sorry,
else that you wanted
Dreamwalker.
to say?
See, I'm not targeting anything against you. See, whatever the question
No.
you brought up was extremely genuine. I have seen so many people on Twitter, so many people
Now
on
you're
YouTube.
repeating yourself. Like, come on, be honest. I get it. You see, I think you're
You
making
are
a big
getting
deal out of
it.
it.
There are
You
people
made
who
a
still
point.
don't get it. I see what I'm bringing across right now
You
is
see,
I know you
I
get
don't
it.
know, man. I gotta
There are
go. You
many
see,
people
I
who
felt
still
that
do
you made
not
your
get
point,
it.
and I didn't try to cut you off or anything.
Okay.
And you're just getting
Okay.
so
I
mad
agree.
over that. I don't know why. And I told you, if
Just
there's anything
just
left
can you
that you
stay
wanted to
silent
say,
for
go
a
ahead.
moment?
I'm gonna listen.
Just
But you just keep saying.
okay.
but
I'm
you
gonna
keep
stay
saying that you're
silent.
cutting me off.
Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna stay silent. You also stay silent for a moment. Nelson, what do you think about this conversation,
I'll
man?
have to go in 5 minutes.
I think we need to change the topic. I opened up a can of worms. I just said never to say never because you got to think Kojima's always been from a place of an executive, and he's never been an owner of a studio, and had to
See
have all the overhead of all the shit of hundreds of people, over 100 people working for you too.
dude.
So I just
if
that's all I was getting. That was never say never. When
I totally
you know what I mean?
agree.
You're
I totally
financially
agree.
running a
You can
studio.
ask the live chat right now.
Me
You can
too.
ask them. They will let you know, dude. See, what I'm getting at is we are broadcasting this stuff. I'm not talking to you
Yes,
one
let's
on
ask
one. I
Chad,
know
did
where
I-
you're coming
Did I
from.
cut off Doctor untimely? Didn't he make his point? Did he make his point or
See,
not? That's what I felt.
okay,
I felt
Wakanai
made
in
your
the
point.
live chat, Wakanai 1. I do not want to disregard this. So Wakanai on live chat says Dreamwalker is an idiot. That's what he has typed in the live stream. What do I have to say to that?
What? I didn't get that. What? I'm an idiot?
That's what that
What if
dude
somebody
said.
that? Can you say that again?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, what point you brought up,
I did not understand what you said. Somebody said I'm an idiot?
that's in the live chat. It's going on. Who cares, man?
First of all,
I think
don't care,
I think
but
it's time to move on, Doc.
Yeah,
It's your
you
channel.
got
let's
me
move on.
curious.
Let's move on.
Who said that? I'm curious.
Wakanai 1. That's the name of the dude. So, anyways, this is not the time for us to be like arguing stuff and getting pissed off, man. I am not pissed
I
off
didn't want
at
to
you.
start arguing. I was just saying.
Then
don't,
why-
You know what I mean? Don't ever say never. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nelson, I agree. But see, there is a genuine interest in people talking about this money laundering kind of shit. As Microsoft is a $1 trillion company, that's a genuine point. So I was explaining to that question, not just to you, to all the people who are listening right now. That's the reason I was going a little slow. But the moment I went on and on,
Okay,
you were cutting me.
that's
I
a
know.
misunderstanding. Okay, let me say it. No, that's a misunderstanding, Doc. Let me say
Who
this
gives a
once and
fuck
for
about
all. Let's
our
settle this.
misunderstandings, man? Everyone is here
No,
to
you
get some
misunderstood
knowledge.
me, and you got pissed at me. Okay, so let me say
I
this
got
once and
pissed
for
at
all.
you
You
because
guys were
you did
saying
not.
that Kojima's concern is
Oh my
money,
god.
and I was trying to hint that it's not all that matters, and you guys were focusing on that. And then something else came up, and Nelson said something else. I said, so why Microsoft? I asked that question, right?
So I
So
was answering it. What's the big deal in that? I was answering it to
yeah,
everyone
no, I wasn't
who has a similar
implying
question.
that Microsoft. You know why?
Okay,
It's
even
not
if you're
getting.
not implying
I have
that,
to.
even if you're not
Yeah.
implying that, when
No
that
feelings.
question
It got a little
interests
bit
the
personal, I
people in
felt.
the chat, we'd like to discuss that, right? If something interests the chat and if something which needs to be addressed on a regular basis, the same question being asked again and again, I need to go slow and address it in a slow fashion. But when I was talking about it, giving example, I know that you are in a hurry. You need to go. I really appreciate for you dropping in here on the what do you say podcast, dude. I really appreciate for your
Yeah,
time here.
sure.
Do not get me wrong, man. I love that you're here. That's the reason I always like send you a message before going live. That's the reason you're part of the PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Vortex podcast. I give kudos to you. I don't get disagree to my genuine opinions on your knowledge when it comes to gaming. That's the reason we have you here. But the problem is I am not only addressing your concerns, I am taking topics from our discussion and addressing that to all the Xbox dudes who do not buy games, to all the people who are bragging that Microsoft is swimming in money but they do not get the deals. Why? That's the reason I completely jumped to that point and wanted to address it over a period of 15-20 minutes, very slowly. I agree because you were in a hurry to move. That's the reason you were cutting me off. But a debate is never a misinformation, never a misunderstanding. It's always brings heat to the discussion. It always brings in more new points, right? If everyone agrees to everything we have to say, there is nothing which we can gain out of it.
Then we don't have minds of our own then.
Yeah,
Really.
Dreamwalker, if you debate me, I love you more than the person who's like a fucking dude who says okay for
Sucking your
every
ass
other
or
thing.
something. Yeah.
See, I do not disagree. The reason I like debating with you is because you probe me with all these things which many people have, the same questions. So when you probe me in that direction, being the host of this podcast, at least I need to make people clear regarding those. Anyways, moving on. We wasted enough time, but thanks again for having you here, man. Wakanai, what's up, dude? uh, okay. Nelson, would you like to take up
Just
a
real
new,
quick though,
different
Doc.
topic?
What you said?
Let
What can I? Hey, just real quick. You said what can I? Said I'm stupid. I'm not saying anything, chat.
what? It's in the live
You
chat.
said what can I said?
Yeah, it's in the live chat.
What can I had said something about me? I'm not saying it.
Yeah, I think he has
What had
deleted
it
it.
said?
One moment, one moment. Just switch it on from top chat to live chat. You can see it.
And you mean it's YouTube chat, right?
YouTube chat, it's gonna be default. It's gonna default to top chat in the top right left hand corner.
I know.
You change it to live
So
chat.
what does he say? I'm not saying anything. See, the only thing I'm seeing from him, it says they're buying Karakava Shoten. That's the only thing I'm seeing from him, right? What did you
Oh,
see?
1 second.
I'm
I'm gonna
curious.
post the screenshot. I'm gonna post the screenshot on 1 sec, just because I'm gonna post the screenshot on Discord. You can look it up.
Yeah. Look at
Ghost of New Orleans says, "Oh man." Nobody
Oh, where's he
likes.
been lately? I think I
Oh,
just followed him.
boy.
I made a
Dude,
new Twitter. I
Ghost,
think I
what's
just
up,
followed him
man? It's
yesterday.
been a long while not having you here. Miss you, dude.
Yeah, he
Thanks
has
for
not.
dropping
Yeah.
by, brother.
Sorely missed.
Absolutely. Totally agree. So,
Yep. We didn't even get to Ratchet and
see,
Clank topic,
Wakanice
right?
again says, look, cutting off people without hearing the entire argument is stupid.
Yeah.
So,
Well, is that the case though?
are you, just open up Discord.
I've-
I've shared the pic.
Well, I didn't see this. I just
Okay.
saw this right now.
Yeah, you just open Discord. Go to my PS Vortex chat room. You can see it there. Anyways, let's not waste times of the
Yeah.
listeners
Let me
right
say
now.
just this though. I do not care about opinions of others if it's
But
why
there
you
are
listen to
people who
podcasts,
care
'cause that's
about
someone's
our
opinion.
opinions. See, dude, there is a difference. If
But it's
you
not
do not
genuine,
care
right?
about
or
opinions, right?
disrespectful.
No. I agree.
No.
I agree.
If you see, you cut me off again. I'm gonna make my point.
Dude, this is my
If
fucking
there was
podcast.
a
I can
if
cut you
after.
off whenever the fuck I feel like because I have to run a show here. Do not like try to cut me off and
Well.
hold me responsible for the shit I am doing right now. If you know how it is to like run this thing, you can absolutely understand. The reason when I'm talking something, you again ask me, it is disrespectful and you do not care about people's opinions, right? But know one thing.
No, I said
There
if
are
their
people,
opinions are
just a moment.
disrespectful.
There are people who are listening to this fucking podcast from nobodies like us
Yes.
who do not have any goddamn degree in video games. We aren't developers. People give weightage to our fucking opinions. That's the reason they are here right now. We need to give credibility to their opinions as well. We need to take shit from
I know that.
them as well. So that's why I'm saying that you cannot say I do not
I
give a
have to
shit
say,
about
though,
their opinions,
Doug,
right?
no, I have to say this. Are you gonna let me say one thing?
You say one thing, but it goes on and on. Anyways, okay, please say that one thing.
Okay, I was kind of expecting you to defend me here against a random dude in the chat who called me stupid, right? You said we're family the last time, and I congratulated you for all milestones, everything.
Dude,
I've been trying
I'm
to support.
saying
No,
whatever
but
what
when
he
I'm trying
said.
to
Mhm,
when
okay.
I'm trying to respond to a disrespectful comment, you cut me off, and then you say, "It's my." I don't know, man. I was expecting something else, but it
No, no,
doesn't
no.
matter. I
I
have
see.
to go.
I'm gonna say Wakanai, whatever he said, it is disrespectful. That is wrong. But how can I block someone before they type in the chat, right? We cannot block their opinions.
You know, I'm not asking for block.
I'm
saying
here.
I
If
want
you're
just
gonna
to
ask me,
respond
I'm
to
gonna
that with one
defend you more
sentence, and
than
you cut me
anyone.
off.
I'm gonna defend you more than anyone. But this is not the point. You said like there are people
Last
who
one,
give
what happens?
weightage to our opinions. That's the reason they are here. Correct. I'm not telling whatever
Absolutely, I
disrespectful
don't have a problem with
bullshit
that.
they are. See, whatever disrespectful bullshit they are spewing. I'm not saying that you should take it at face value. Fuck that, dude. Be respectful to the people who are delivering gaming news, gaming like stuff to you people. To at least if we think about that, we are talking about among ourselves. Be respectful. That's the first thing. So I'm gonna say to Wakanai, whatever you did was the wrong thing, man. You can point out that whatever.
You know, I'm
See
not
the
mad
second
at him,
comment.
okay.
See the second comment he mentioned, like cutting off people, whatever. See, that's a constructive criticism. I like that, but calling someone an idiot, using what do you say, R word. See, all that thing sometimes can hurt people's feelings, but we can't be too fucking sensitive while we are being on
If I had
this.
$20 for every time I got called an idiot this week, I'd be fucking head over.
Yeah, dude. We should not be too goddamn
Said what
sensitive,
I say.
right?
You guys are saying something else. No, when somebody calls me stupid, I want to respond to that. I expect not to be cut off for one sentence. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Understood.
Well,
Yeah,
anyways, I don't have any hard feelings or anything. Okay, I hope. Let's be honest. There was a little bit of tension. It got a little bit personal. Okay, I think the whole thing
Yeah,
was
I felt bad for
misunderstanding.
breaking it up.
And the whole
for
thing,
bringing it up.
yeah. But you know, Doc, I have to say, this whole thing, you're too sensitive about being cut off or like being on a schedule. Like it's your turn. Go on. You see, if the podcast has a more natural pace to it, where people can talk and bring up points, it makes it actually more entertaining for the show. I'm not talking about cutting off at the middle of their points, right? But like if you bring up something small or like add to something, I think that's a better way for a
See,
podcast.
we are not
And
facing each
again, I
other.
didn't try to.
I agree, but
Yeah,
we do not.
just for the last time, I did not try to cut you off. Okay, I did not try to cut you off. I thought you made your point,
No, no,
and
no, no.
be
You
honest,
absolutely cut me
at
off.
some
You said like I know
no, 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 no.
what you're gonna say next.
Yes,
I
but
know what you're gonna say next, but I'm not saying that only for
because
you.
you had made your point. You see, once you make your case, you can bring up 1,000
I
proofs and
didn't
examples,
make
right?
my case.
But
I was
once
still
I
going on.
understand you,
Nelson has to agree
well,
upon this,
that's how
man.
I felt. Are you gonna? Okay,
That's
so
your
here's the thing.
problem
That's
then.
how I
If you
felt,
felt
and
that way, see,
you could
when I was
easily tell
answering,
me.
when I was answering your question, I was still going. You know that I cut you off. I agree. But when you had that question, when I was in the middle of saying, giving a complete explanation, you said that I know where you're gonna go next. I absolutely agree. But I'm not just telling this only to you. I'm telling to Nelson. I'm telling to all the people who are listening. So that's a different aspect,
Yes,
right?
I
If
get that. Okay, I don't know. It's getting into a drag. I don't want to spend
yeah,
more
absolutely,
time
man.
in
I
this.
think
Yeah, let's move on.
let's move
To
on. Let's move
what we're
on.
gonna
Yeah.
talk
I
about.
don't
That's
think
fucking Jesus Christ.
it was fun though.
Yeah, it
Don't
got
take
weird. It got
anything
weird.
in a sensitive way, my friend. On
No, I
internet,
just
it's
want.
gonna
I
be
just
hard.
don't want there to be any misunderstanding or hard feelings, right?
Nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody's
And
gonna give
listen,
a fuck. We
if
are not celebrities. Nobody's gonna publish an article on a newspaper or talk about this on TV that there was a bunch of dudes who are talking, who are disrespectful. Who gives a fuck, man? It's a free era. It's like, oh,
ironically,
please.
we were not dropping views during those whole fucking things.
Yeah.
But
I interrupt a
Eh,
lot too,
anyways,
like
It
now.
happens. It
But
happens.
it's
See, we
because
are
it's,
not
yeah, because
professionals.
you think so much
See,
is
I'm not a
done, right?
professional. You're not a
And
professional. Nobody here is a fucking professional. We
yeah,
love sharing our
right.
and we
thoughts,
all learn, right? We
emotions.
all learn.
Yeah,
I learn.
absolutely. We're gonna
Yes.
learn from how not to cut people off. You gotta learn. I gotta learn. I'm not saying that, but when I'm addressing something in
Okay, now
depth,
you're getting.
right? When I'm
Okay,
addressing something,
so there was a
there
little
must
bit
be
coming
some
from you
time.
as well, right? Because I said, okay, you see, again,
Stop it.
I don't want to get into it
Enough.
again, but
Okay, Nelson, what
you
topic
cut
are we
me
gonna
off
talk
again
next?
when there was a
Stop.
disrespectful
I
comment,
said
but
fucking
it
stop.
was a mutual thing. It was a
Let's be
mutual
done with
thing.
it. By the way, my
So,
headset's dying. I'm using actual like headphones, and they're Bluetooth. So if you lose me for a while, I'll try to be back in a little bit if you're on for a little bit, but I have to charge it. But I'm gonna have a new headset here in a couple days. But I didn't know didn't have an audio jack until today. I just got new phones.
Hmm. Okay. So I think we've
I
covered
have
most
to
of the
go. I
topics we
really have to
wanted to.
go. So,
Yeah, okay, dude. Nice having you here, man. No disrespect, no like miscommunication, nothing of that shit. See, we are not like pussies here just behaving like spouses who are scared about their exes and shit like that. Okay, last Sunday, you said something about me. You disregarded me. Someone said that I'm a pussy. Someone said that I was an idiot. I'm still pissed off. I'm not gonna do this shit anymore.
no.
That's not what we are gonna do. We gonna bring positivity. We are gonna bring an uplifting message, right? Shit happens, dude. Shit happens. As I mentioned, nobody is a professional.
Yes.
So, with all due respect, I still love you. I still feel like we are all family here, Dreamwalker. No offense taken. I don't think you
Absolutely.
also should take offense because things happen. We are not facing each other right now. We are not sitting in a single room. We do not know where we are coming from because this cutting off thing happens because we are not facing each other, as I mentioned just now. So, things happen. Thanks for dropping in again for
Yeah.
your
And by the way,
valuable thing.
yeah, I have to say, I've noticed that like, delay because I listened to the YouTube video some days ago, and yeah, so if I like, uh, I'm not trying to talk over anybody. I try to wait for my turn, but if that happens, then I stop talking. So that's another thing there's the delay and everything.
East Clay
But I have
Savage.
to also,
Dude,
well,
have you said like you love watching King Thrash channel, right? Do you know how many times Thrash mutes people,
oh yeah,
cuts
I
people
was
off?
actually
That's
thinking
how
that.
podcasts run, dude. You cannot run a podcast without cutting off
And here's the
while
thing:
people
don't
are
you
still
think that makes it
talking.
more interesting?
Yeah,
Don't you
see,
think that more?
I'm not disrespectful. That's the reason I have not muted you till now. The only reason you're
No,
talking till now
I
is
know.
because I've been respectful to you. East Clay Savage 216 in the live chat says with a smiley face, the Cutoff Podcast. Bringing in the energy, that's the
Yeah,
That
bars.
would
you
be a
gotta
better title for King Thrash, but
I love
you
that.
gotta, you gotta
it is
understand
true.
too. Like when a lot of times when Doc brings something up, or other podcasts I've been on, when they bring up something and I got something on the tip of my tongue and I think they're ending, I want to get in it right away before I forget it or I start thinking about something else or it leaves that because you
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
something on
yeah.
the tip of your you
It
got something on the
happens a
tip of
lot,
your
dude.
nose, you know.
You're
And
not gonna
Nelson, to
feel.
your point,
I'm not gonna debate.
go ahead.
Fuck you. I'm not gonna debate with you anymore. With all due respect, enough with this shit. Let's move on. So we
No, no,
got
that's
I'm
legit.
dying.
You see, one
I'll be
thing,
back- I'll be
waiting
back
for
in
you
like
to
we
10
say.
got
No, no.
to talk about stuff.
Okay.
So thanks for dropping in again, Dreamwalker. Hope you make it again on the next episode. Hopefully after the Microsoft Bethesda E3 show, I think it's gonna be crazy good.
Yeah.
We need to
Well,
hope.
I'm excited for tomorrow. Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, Summer Game Fest.
Elden Ring is gonna be there. Yeah,
Mm.
Elden Ring is gonna be there, and
Yeah.
Kojima's gonna be there. Sony, that's we're gonna have Sony tomorrow, but who else? When again they're gonna show
But it
something?
still warmed
Hopefully
my
something
heart
in June.
looking at the PlayStation logo among all those other developers in that picture, right? In that infographic regarding what are all the developers participating in the Summer Game Fest. So we can be hopeful. Something from
Yeah.
Sony, nothing huge, because now they're gonna do their own fucking state of plays to address anything which is extremely huge, because that is where they gain the momentum, they gain that fan base, they gain that amount of what do you say media attention. So I think a state of play might come in the third week or fourth week of June, hopefully. That's what I feel, which can happen.
I'll be
And
back in a bit. I gotta charge these for at least a few minutes. I'll be
yeah,
back in a little bit.
okay, Nelson.
Well, take care because I gotta go.
Yeah, okay, Dreamwalker. I'm gonna talk a little more regarding this. Thanks for dropping here, man. But one
Alright.
thing,
Have a
no
good
matter,
day.
yeah, it's fine. As a final take, no matter how much in an equal, what do you say, footing we are on a podcast, as a host, you should give me more.
Wait, are you talking to me, Doc?
Yeah, to you, Dreamwalker.
Okay, I was
Host
about to.
has
Okay, go ahead.
always the rights to cut off people whenever the fuck he wants. You go watch a million podcasts, no matter how close knit it
I
goes
agree
on.
with that.
It's extremely difficult to run this shit.
But let
Yeah.
me bring this up. You see,
No,
if
no,
the
this is not
host
an
too
argument. This
sensitive
is a
about
statement.
being cutting off.
No, this is not an
Well,
argument.
You see,
This is a
I
statement.
have a problem with that. You see, here's what happened.
Everyone
Enemy
has a
God wanted
problem,
to say
right?
something, but you didn't let him, right? And then he quit, right? Same thing with who was the guy who first joined? The Black Prodigy, right? Like I remember you said "fuck you," this is my podcast, right? Honestly,
I did not
I
say
get
that, dude.
but that's kind of this. You said that. You said "fuck you," this is my
That-
podcast. Let me finish.
Yeah, he loves
Okay,
that shit.
so
We do that
I think you
banter.
can be more subtle about that.
No,
right?
no,
I
no.
can't-
That's
I
how
think
we
you can
run
be more
that
subtle
shit.
about that.
No. I run by my
Well,
rules.
it's
That's
your
how
show.
even
I'm
Thrash
just
does
giving
that.
my opinions. I'm not telling you
No.
what to do, okay? It's your show. But here's the thing, as I said, you see, waiting for people's turns and then like giving speeches, I think that makes the podcast boring. That's my opinion. Okay, and
Okay,
that seems to
I'm
me
gonna take
what
notes.
the
Absolutely.
method is.
Okay, we're gonna work on this
So
shit.
I'm just saying, and
Absolutely.
yes. Also, I th- what I look at it is that like we're like friends talking about stuff, right?
We are not
is an
talking amongst
entertainment-
each other, though. That's the problem here.
No, okay, so here's the thing. Like if you go to somebody's house, right? Are you gonna say, shut up, I'm speaking because this is your house? I don't do that. Okay? If somebody's making a point, if somebody brings up something nice to the conversation, I'll let them talk.
Dude,
You know,
If there are four
So
people talking together, if there are four people talking together, who do you want to cut off? There is something you gotta do, right? Anyways, I'm new to this. I'm gonna
well,
take
that's not what
notes.
happened.
Thanks for
Okay.
having you here, man. I think it's going on and on. See, I agree. There are so many
Yeah.
things which you are saying
No,
which
I was
are
about
right.
to quit, but
No, 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 I agree. Whatever you're saying makes sense. Few of it. I'm gonna work on that. Okay. This is not an argument which we need to be doing. See, the main thing we need to be addressing is what exactly we are here to talk about, right? So we made some interesting discussions regarding the Microsoft's E3, regarding Bethesda, regarding the naming, regarding Battlefield, and what exactly we feel about it. So there is so much stuff. You can go
yes,
back and watch the same this episode later on if you want.
absolutely.
See,
You see, I'm afraid I have to cut you off here because I have to go, and there's no other way.
yeah, dude.
Okay.
Really, thanks for dropping in here, man.
Yeah, take it
It
easy.
was really
Bye,
great.
everybody.
Great. Thank you.
Again, no disrespect. I didn't mean to disrespect or anything. Things
Nobody
happen, right?
means to disrespect, man. Who
Yeah.
gives, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
shit happens with
here
friends.
are
Okay, bye.
working for a common, what do you say, reason of sharing passion.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Anyways, I get that. No
Yeah, we spent
disrespect.
too much on
Absolutely.
this, by the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. Bye.
But this still makes it a fun banter. People enjoy this shit, right? If there is something which is happening, which is
Yeah.
like a debate kind of shit, don't worry,
We
nothing's
probably
gonna
had
change.
to, I don't know, maybe we had the
It's all good.
option to do it private, but anyways, yeah.
Who gives a
Okay,
fuck?
bye.
See, people are here who love us, they are coming back again because they love whatever we talk regarding gaming. Anyways, thanks again, Dreamwalker. Give it up to Dreamwalker for dropping in his busy schedule. So Nelson is gonna come in another 5 minutes. So Dream, thanks for watching, man. You can watch the rest of the show later as a VOD. I'm going to share the link back on Twitter. You've been great on Twitter as well with all the Battlefield stuff going on, sharing your infographics, your opinions on that. So it's all great, man. Let's hope
Yeah,
it's
sure.
it becomes a successful with being only
Well, I'm
multiplayer.
pissed off what they're doing, but yeah,
Let's hope.
maybe
I think
the game
whatever
is
you
maybe it's a
said
good game.
regarding that
Yeah.
makes sense. Let's hope it happens. Okay, have a great day, dude. We
Yeah.
are gonna miss you. Hope you're gonna come back in the next episode. See, Umar Isha says again,
Sure.
it's a good show. It's a
I'll-
good show despite bantering among ourselves for so long.
I
So,
think it got a little bit weird. I don't know.
it happens, dude.
Awkward, right?
Just give me an example of
Yeah.
one show which is unscripted, which doesn't become weird. It happens. It's life for that moment. Life is weird. We are talking about two different people from two different parts of the
You're
world,
right.
right? There's gonna be differences. That's what people love. That's why Umar is just saying good show. Thanks, Umar. I think
Yeah.
that
But they're
gave
nice.
an
They're too
uplifting
kind.
thing to Dreamwalker. I'm gonna give you a send off, dude. Kudos to you, man. See you in the other side
Absolutely.
after
I'm
E3.
going out for real. I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh my god. So, hope you guys didn't mind whatever the shit which went through just now, right? So, it's all good. Everything started with Wakanai calling him an idiot, man. So, people can be sensitive sometimes. I was making points which he was feeling that. So, but still, don't you guys agree that being the host of the show, people need to wait a bit? So, anyways, I'm not gonna address that anymore. So, based on Ratchet and Clank reviews, it got an 89. Every one of you guys know that. So, I was expecting exactly 89. That was mine, Nelson, even Nanaya Business, all of us on the previous episode 30 of the podcast absolutely nailed it when it comes to our guesses. We guessed it to be 89, and we even made a guess regarding Jeff Grubb score. We gave it a 69, which Jeff Grubb my score, but to everyone's surprise, he gave a perfect score for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart at 100 on Metacritic. So that was intense, and he backed it up. I made a tweet regarding why the fuck did Jeff Grubb give 100 of 100. To that, he even liked on my tweet, and he said that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart really is an amazing game made by an amazing studio. That's the reason I liked it. That's the reason he gave it a perfect score. But despite reviews giving importance to people's opinions, we are giving too much relevance to Metacritic. That is to be known. Even big developers, big Sony publishers, everyone wants their game to have this huge Metacritic score. But my point is, I still feel I'm totally hyped. It's just like under another 15 hours, 16, 20, 20 hours, not 20, I think 18 hours before we are gonna play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart at launch. It's gonna go live tomorrow. It was incredible. All the different segments we got out of the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart reviews, everyone was praising it. Insomniac is delivering AAA games, especially this generation of PlayStation 5. It's been amazing. Just the output of them. They made even a Spider Man remaster, Spider Man Miles Morales, and then.
Ratchet Clank update.
Yep. Oh, Nelson, you're back. What's up, man?
Yeah, I wanted to get enough charge on it to try it. I don't even know what it's at, but try and finish. I wasn't prepared because I went to plug my headphones in and I'm like, oh shit, my new phone don't have Nautilus.
See.
So.
Okay. Then what do you think about? Are you satisfied with Ratchet reviews?
Well, I don't really get that much into reviews. I just expect great from Sony with the big studios. You know what I mean? If it's pixel opus, I'm not expecting a masterpiece. You know what I mean? But from their flagship, you know what I mean? That's why they do so great. They know they have to deliver, and they don't try to sell you some bullshit. That's why they can charge $70 because they know they're going to deliver on the product and it's going to be worth it. You know?
Yeah.
And they compete. If you've noticed, Sony Studios, especially with a lot of lackluster third parties, Sony Studios competes with Sony Studios, like the big five.
Absolutely
You know
agree.
what I mean?
Right now, there is no fucking competition. But
if Rockstar put out more games, but you gotta wait years on that. So I mean, that's really, I mean.
But I think you should also agree with me on this. I'm really, really excited to see what Microsoft is gonna do with this, because this is gonna be the time wherein they need to come out of their den and they need to prove themselves. There is so much banking on this E3 because there is this meme,
I've said that for a lot of years, and the
wait till E3 is a meme.
I have hope, but I've had hope for a long time.
Yeah, and the hopes were crushed again and again and again.
Yeah, that's why I set my expectations a lot lower, and I'm satisfied a lot easier. I think that's kind of.
But that should not be the case this time. That should not be the case this time. Let's set the stage for all our listeners right now. If you guys go into the show like me, Nelson, we have been here, you are absolutely wrong. You gotta go into the show with all guns blazing. You gotta expect good shit to happen from the show. If not now, it's never gonna happen. This is a time wherein they need to kick back. They need to prove themselves. They need to prove their worth of spending so much money, acquiring so many goddamn studios which haven't delivered anything. And now CGI bullshit ain't gonna cut it. Games without release dates ain't gonna cut it. Even showing gameplay segments which are scripted ain't gonna cut it. It's all gonna be core gameplay which is gonna push the industry forward. That's what we need to expect. I'm not going to the to watch Microsoft Bethesda showcase just to feel satisfied, just to lower my expectations to feel satisfied. Absolutely not, man. We need to be absolutely critical with their shit they're pulling off. They are like completely damaging the reputation of themselves and the goodwill of all the people. No matter what it is, it's still human beings, right? We talk shit about Xbox guys, they talk shit about PlayStation's pony guys. At the end of the day, we are all human beings who love playing amazing games. Don't you agree, Nelson?
Absolutely. Well, you already know I have all three systems. I want more good games. I don't care where they come from. It's just I've had so much hope for Microsoft in so many years in the past. That's kind of why I get on them because I want them to do better, and nobody else does.
See
Their
that
own fan base, their
they
main
see
players
if
don't get
were
on them.
to
That's
be
not how you're going to get greatness. That's not how you're going to get greatness.
totally.
Is just accepting everything or giving excuses over and over. Everyone has a slip up, but Bethesda was in the same boat. I think that's why it's a great tag team. I
See,
mean, they're banking off of that nostalgia, and
yeah.
they have been for years, but they haven't moved the envelope with their games in fucking 15 years.
But the problem though is they have to work with more pressure now because Sony is delivering the goods, Nintendo is delivering the goods, right? No matter how much
Nintendo's
they
gonna show up too.
disrespect.
They'll do good no matter what. But Nintendo's been pretty lackluster the last couple of years. They had a great launch
No,
in what
yeah,
2016,
that's
17,
true.
all that. But the last couple of years, it's been basically ports, and then you got like what Astral Train, and you had Animal Crossings and stuff. But I mean, there's not a whole lot there
They
pushing
can pull that shit
pushing
because
that
of the
that
loyal
that.
fan base, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. They're just held to a different standard. But I'm really hoping they have a great show too, because they've been really they can't port things forever. And
So, real quick, what I'm getting at is, if I were to be in the shoes of Phil Spencer or any person who is in charge of Xbox, I I would be extremely goddamn fucking happy to look at such a loyal fan base. I don't think Sony gamers also have so goddamn
no, we are
loyal.
critical as fuck.
It's and see, I think it's like a huge organization of followers who still believe them despite their fuck ups, right? So that gives so much of joy if I were to be running Microsoft, for instance. So, what should I do? I need to deliver 110% of what they expect, what anyone expects for that matter. So this is now or never. If they're not gonna deliver this time, as I mentioned, with results, it's not it's not gonna sit well with the fans as well. And the PlayStation dudes will have a field day if they do not if they underdeliver again. It's all about bringing in results more than anything in gaming. So Nelson, what else you gotta say, man? I think we can wrap up
I'm
enough.
just looking
And
forward to the summer games, and I can't remember what shows I'm all watching. I'm gonna watch a Bandai Namco. I'm gonna watch Capcom. I'm gonna watch Xbox. I'm gonna watch I think one more. I'm kind of over the Ubisoft game, especially the direction they're going in. I
mm,
won't pay full price for their games anymore,
yeah,
or even close. It's just too recycled and not creative enough for me, and that nostalgia has died for me. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like you can only live off nostalgia for so long. You
Hmm.
know?
Yeah. So, but there's gonna be something huge, at least from Nintendo, at least Breath of the Wild 2, at the very least. They are still banking on releasing characters and making it as if it's a huge deal for Smash Brothers, man. That pisses me off. That's not something you need to be bragging your brains out. Just talking about one new character, two new characters added to Smash, and people behave that way. I do not get it, dude. It's not a whole ass new game. It's just a bunch of characters.
Are you? Sorry, were you talking about Smash Brothers or what?
Yeah, Smash Brothers
Yeah,
just with the
yeah, yeah,
release of
yeah.
characters,
That's
dude.
it's yeah,
It is
exactly.
overhyped.
So Nintendo's been really, really, really quiet for a long time. So I mean, they had great Odyssey and Zelda and all that, but they've been pretty quiet the last 2 years. So hoping they come up with a good show too. Nintendo
Yeah.
too. I'll be watching that too.
Hmm.
And I don't remember when you wanted to go live again for that. Was that Sunday after or what
Regarding
times are much?
which,
The next when we go on to
I
the
think we're gonna do
the
it
E3
afterwards.
reactions.
No,
Yeah, that's
we're
definitely
not gonna
better. I
do
don't think
live,
one
man.
during.
I think it's
Yeah, don't.
not
Yeah,
right
like
because we're
Monday
gonna
or
enjoy the
something.
show on our big ass TVs. We're gonna take our time off. We can do the show not even the same day, or we can even plan it the next day. It doesn't matter. I think the same day, same time will be fine because it's gonna go at 11 a.m. Pacific, right? That's the time of on June 13th, the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, I believe it's Sunday. It starts what tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then it goes to Sunday. I think they're one of the last. There's like two I want to watch on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So
We are gonna take our time off because we covered almost most of the topics. I think day before yesterday's rant was like touching upon every single minute things which happened on the social media regarding information which was misjudged without the final product was released. That was one huge topic I wanted to address. So those are the things I think I got so much out of my chest because I wanted to talk about that. You also dropped in. We brought in some heat at the end of the episode as well. I think that really went on well, if you ask me. Despite the fucking dislikes, who gives a fuck? So, anything else, Nelson?
nope, I'm good. We've been on what 3 hours? So
That's the normal here. You know that.
yeah, I know. Fucking 5 hours. 5 hours on Saturday. Good, good. Okay, we all have a lot to say. So
So,
and we all want to see the industry move forward. So
that's true.
regardless of where it comes from, and Sony needs competition badly. So
So,
and I'd like to see it come from a lot of different places.
people are still asking why I didn't address properly. See, one thing is for sure. Uh, you can go back to earlier episodes before you joined like 3 episodes ago, right, Nelson?
I think this is
Fourth, fifth,
five or
five, I
four,
guess.
either four,
Five
five,
episode.
five, 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 five.
If you go to the single digit episodes, right, all around like fifth, sixth, seventh, around up till like 15th episode, those were the times myself, Tornado, even Dreamwalker, we were all like on this here. Even Fatal came here. Even Supernova Gaming also came here on the podcast. So
Really? Yeah, he's cool as shit.
he's an
I really
amazing
did.
dude. I had a great
He
show
is.
with
He
him.
is. I have him on my friends list. I did. I guess I did check the friends list.
So right from that time, you can go back and see. I had this issue with Dreamwalker. It's not like disrespectful or anything because he he you cannot like go on and on, man. You need to stop at some point. He says he's gonna
Yeah, it could
stop.
go on for hours. Right. 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 So,
It's not gonna win you the argument, right? You can see King Thrash, as I mentioned. He's mutes the people
yeah, he
without
mutes.
even
Yeah.
saying anything. It's very hard to run the show and even address the questions, right? You know where I was getting at. He brought in a
Yeah, I know.
point.
That's why I was trying to. I was trying to change the subject nonchalant there, just to kind of get off the topic. I mean,
See, I did
it's
not
your show,
want
but
it.
I wanted to move on with.
See, Dreamwalker, if you're watching this segment later on, not no disrespect for respect for you, brother, but you gotta know till what extent you can stretch shit, right? When you are on the panel, when you are someone here as a guest on the panel, you can only go to a certain degree, right? I was on the Saltiest Gaming podcast that day. I knew how long I need to cut myself off. You can watch that show, right? You were there on that show. I went on and on, but I knew where exactly are my limits because I am a guest. I am not the host of the show. It makes a
And
difference.
you're not even a regular, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you gotta know the hierarchy. No matter how painful it is, you gotta know it. I was on King Thrash show back like 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
I seen it. I seen it. Yeah, I was listening. I listened to it later
I
because my shift
waited.
at that
I
time.
waited for my right moment to speak, and I stopped when I felt like it was getting stale. That is how you get to know when exactly you need to stop, right? See, Nelson, you've been here since so long, and I don't think I'm disrespectful. Whatever the things I said to who's that again? The Black Prodigy. You know our relationship, myself and Black Prodigy.
Yeah,
We go
it's
back.
interesting. It's interesting.
It goes way back. He's here. He feels Dream feels like I was disrespectful of the Black Prodigy. That's absolutely not true. Just saying curse words doesn't mean it's disrespectful. I love that. Do you know even what he said? Thanks for having me on the podcast. See you, brother. I'll come back later. That's what he DM'd me. The Black
Yeah,
Prodigy.
he's an Xbox fan and stuff like that, and then like I kind of got him too. It's like, yeah, I'm not. I want Xbox to do good too, but I'm not gonna say. I don't want you to be banking on rumor and speculation constantly.
See,
You know what
if
I mean?
you are so goddamn sensitive, if someone cuts you off, I don't think it's gonna be helpful, right, for me as well to to run it. So at the end of the day, I was like trying to stretch it out as much as possible without muting him. I was about to do that, but still, because I knew that he is a sensitive person, so that's the reason I did not mute him. Do you think how long it might take to mute him? You know, right? So I think you agree upon that.
Yeah, I don't think we have a whole lot of issues with that. And I like his opinion too. You know what I mean? It's just like when I say I'm not coming back at it in a bad way when I say don't bank on rumor and speculation because we've been hearing that shit for years. And we don't do that on the Sony side for the most part. I mean, they might acquire Blue Point. We can talk about it or whatever, but don't bank on that shit. You know what I mean? Don't bank on the unknowns or hopeful unknowns or
Absolutely.
rumors coming from fucking God knows where. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I agree.
We
See,
don't want to be a fucking.
true. The
What do you wanna
problem I
call it?
had with
Clint
Dream,
Eastwood.
correct. The problem I had with him is when he speaks something, before I complete my, what do you say, explanation to his question, he was trying to change the topic. When I was answering why Microsoft
He didn't want
cannot.
to answer.
See, he asked blatantly to every one of us that Microsoft is rich. Why the hell they get all these deals, right? When I'm answering that question, I was going slow. You know that. I was going slow because everyone has the same question in their minds on the chat as well. So I was absolutely
You know
clear.
why too?
Yeah. If he knows, then why the hell he brought the point? That is the first question. The second question is, even if he knows when I'm speaking, I'm not only addressing him because he's not sitting across me in a room. I'm addressing to everyone. Correct? Didn't that make sense? Then he was again going back to Kojima the moment I did not even complete my what do you say paragraph. It can go on and on sometimes. That's how things are because these are not the topics which can be like answered in a single sentence. These are all complicated shit. And we are not experts, as I mentioned, but these are my genuine thoughts regarding those. In the last rant, almost I ranted for 2 hours, man, saying 20 minutes before you came back. It's my habit sometimes to go on and on. I know, but when the question is so genuine, I felt that question was genuine. That's the reason I wanted to go on and on. But
Yeah, I felt like I opened up a can of worms with that, but I just said don't leave out the possibility.
yep,
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that Kojima is making something for Xbox. I'm just saying don't count out something, especially a side project, because you don't know his financials. He's supporting a studio.
but
I'm not saying it's going to happen. Everybody knows his relationship with Sony, but I'm just saying don't get all butthurt. You know, if he
dude,
has a
if
part
you
of his
are
team
so
working
goddamn
on,
sensitive at discussion, I don't think you can like keep an argument, man. If you are sensitive to such an extent of asking me to show a screenshot of someone calling you an idiot, don't. If you do not care about his opinions, then why do you want what do you say confirmation, right? So that's what I'm getting at. Don't be sensitive, people. See, if I were to be sensitive, if Nelson would have been sensitive, we wouldn't be here right now. We would be cooped up in our homes and not even come online, right? We just are here because sensitivity is something we need to work on. It's tough to deal with, I agree. But when you, as you mentioned perfectly, when you open a can of worms, you need to wait for the shit to spill out completely. You cannot open and just run and try to change the subject. That's not how it works. Especially, I feel that I was extremely respectful to him. That's the reason I did not mute him. Don't you agree, man, regarding that?
yeah, I was kind of waiting for it.
I
I
would
wasn't
have.
hoping for it. I was just kind of like, man, we really need to move on from this. But
I tried to move on without muting him or making him like feel like I knew that he's sensitive. That's why he even argued with Tornado back that day. He was going back and forth with rumors again. So it happens. It happens. I agree, but that's how he is. We need to give respect to each other. I am not disrespecting him again, but still, man, running and doing a podcast without muting cannot happen. Just even if I mute you, for instance, if I listen to too much of background noise because you have toddlers around, I have toddlers around. You should not take disrespect out of it, right?
right, it happens.
It happens. So we are.
Like we're living our lives too. You know what I mean? Shit comes. We're not in a studio doing this professionally. You know what I mean? We're not making money off this
See,
shit.
I
We're
agree
doing
that
this for
he
the love of
gave
the
me
game.
when you're off with your headphones, he gave me an opinion that he gave a criticism like I'm going asking questions to every one of you guys and the panel members. If you do that, the show won't feel fun. It should be like an equal opportunity to everyone to talk. How is that even possible, man? When there are 6 people, how can every one of us talk together, right?
Exactly. Plus, a lot of subjects like I got a lot to say, and some subjects I don't have a lot to say because
How do I know
either
how
my
much you gotta
knowledge
say?
or my opinion on that my opinion on that subject might be a very knowledgeable and I know a lot, and others I might not know shit or care too much to have you know what I mean, put a lot of thought into previously.
Yep.
You know what I mean by that?
See, how do I know that you got more to talk regarding Nintendo and less to talk regarding Sony? And how do I know, for instance, Nunaya, for instance, Ghost, or any one of us has more to talk regarding something and less to talk regarding something? We are knowing each other with every single goddamn episode, correct? So it's a
Mm-hmm.
process. It's a process. It comes over a period of time. When you go to like huge podcasts, you can notice that people already have this preconceptions about what a person is going to talk and how long they're going to allow them to talk regarding that topic because they are being there since so goddamn long time, correct?
Yeah.
It all makes sense. It takes time for strangers to know more and more about each other with every interaction which happens. In it's a prospective thing. It's looking back at retrospect, you can understand later. So that this is the show, but people had a great time in the live chat, right?
It got interesting. It got interesting. I think that was first for episodes I've been on, which it got heated like that. But it's. I mean, you know what I mean. We all have our opinions. We have strong opinions, and we're gonna speak on them. You know what I mean. So
Correct.
we're not gonna agree on everything. We're not gonna agree on everything. There's games that you like that I don't like. There's games that I like that you don't like.
No,
It is what it is.
see, disliking something is not the problem here. Cutting off people, like you cannot cut off the host who's running the podcast, man. I'm not saying I'm sitting in a higher place than you people. Absolutely not. Your opinion, Nelson, carries the same weightage as my opinion. Nobody's here a genius. Everyone carries the same importance. I'm not saying that. But you are the host, and when you are talking, you gotta wait. That is absolutely how it works. That's
Yeah, and
you gotta
you know
understand.
when I cut you off and stuff like that, I'm not meaning to do it. I'm not sure if you're
Yeah, it
finished
happens,
or
but
I have something on the tip of my. Yeah, yeah.
not on and on
It's
and
not a
on. Like it's like fucking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It cannot happen for
Yeah, that
so
shit it
long.
draws on too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Anyways, I hope I've addressed every one of your guys' concerns regarding Battlefield, Xbox, E3 hype, as well as Ratchet and Clank, which we are gonna have a blast playing. I can hop in a little bit with a live stream tomorrow midnight when the game goes live. We're not gonna do a podcast until Microsoft is gonna close off the show. Correct, Nelson? We're gonna
Yeah,
do that.
then I think, well, it's your show, so we're doing it whenever the hell you say we're doing it. But I'd like to just go over E3 as a whole,
Absolutely.
personally.
Totally makes sense. See, we have, I think we have covered most of the shit which was happening in gaming since the past month or so. Correct, Nelson? Thanks again for your time, your energy, your patience, and your contribution being here, Nelson. It gives me immense joy to have this banter with you, dude, one on one.
Oh, I look forward to it. I love talking with you guys. I love our panel. I love our audience, people in the chat. It
See,
gets a little out of hand at times, but it's all good fun.
it,
It's all good fun. We're all passionate about
there is
gaming.
nothing called bad publicity, right? There is nothing called.
Yes, exactly. That's Microsoft.
If we are jumping on each other's throats, that's what people find fun. That's what we are here for, right? It's all good
Yeah,
at the end of the
and
day.
we've been over that too with like people when they do these what do you want to call these kill shots or whatever these
Yeah,
shots at Sony, they're doing it for clicks because you mentioned PlayStation, that's just good, bad, ugly, whatever the hell you just mentioned. You're gonna get people's interest.
correct.
Publicity is publicity. You're gonna make money on it.
Yep.
We get it.
So that how the industry runs. That's how our interests lie. Even if you're watching a soap opera, for instance, if there is a well-placed ad, aren't you gonna show a snippet of two people like pulling each other's hair just before starting the ads so that people are not gonna lose interest and come back and see what the shit happened? It's all there. It's all there in entertainment. Uh, Anyways, it was incredible and humbling to have you here, and it was great having Salty and Woolly
Yeah,
Gamer.
Wooly and Salty were both in the chat. And I listen. If you haven't listened to his podcast, it's
Hey,
Company
I have been
Gamers.
listening since long, man.
It's really good. Well, he had his first episode this week. It was really, really, really good. Really, really relaxed. Very professional, and they have a lot of
See,
knowledgeable
it
people on
takes
his
it
panel as well.
takes so much time, investment, effort, knowledge, and more than anything, time investment to reach the position what Salty has achieved, what Thrash has achieved, what even
Yeah, and
Mooch.
had that good audience.
Yep, what
Yeah, even
Mooch has
Mooch as
achieved.
well. He's up like 12,000 or something.
So,
But he's put a lot of time and effort into that shit.
but still, if yeah, go on, Nelson.
No, that's all I had to say. That they put a lot of time into it in effort and consistency. You know what I mean? They're always on. They're always updating.
Absolutely.
And
It's all about, as you mentioned, consistency. See, if you go back and watch the first episode or the fifth episode or the 10th episode of our own show, PS Vortex, and compare to this show, look at so much of changes which are happening. We do not even realize, right? There is so much of stuff which happens if we keep it consistent and make efforts to change ourselves little by little, right? So it's going to help out in the long run. We're going to improve on a daily basis. That's absolutely true. So I respect all those people, all those podcasters. Thanks for dropping here. Hope you guys come back again. We're gonna make it more like, what do you say, structure. The one thing which is lacking with PS Vortex, I think I agree more than anything, Nelson, is like it doesn't feel too structured, right? Because we go on and on. We do not limit a few things, but I think it takes time to completely restrict, to know each other more, and to know when exactly we need to move to the next topic. Correct?
yeah, that went on too long. That's why I was trying. I don't want to interrupt you guys, but I was kind of like, I'm just a guest, but we really need to ask
Yeah.
what's going on. Right
No,
now.
no, but because it happened today, the next time I know, right? It's all like learning from experience.
You learn something every day. Yeah,
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Next time that dude talks in that tandem fashion of going back and forth, I'm gonna mute him. I'm not gonna waste audience time. I'm not gonna waste our own time. Time matters more than anything in life, if you ask me.
Yep, that's one thing that always you can always make more money. You can always make this and that, but you can't make more time.
I agree, Nelson. I know that you are good at certain topics, which you bring in banging, what do you say, arguments, incredible insight when it comes to few topics. I'm getting to know you better every single time. I know Nunaya better. He's a business guy. I know where exactly he comes from because he's been here in this, on the show since long. I know Mariusha as well. You know Mariusha. So it's like next time I know where to focus, how long, and what exactly we need to deliver. So it's all good, brother. Thanks for having you here, man. I think we need to wrap up the show. It's been a while.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
But still, it was crazy fun. The intergrade, I got you sorted out, right? You saw they have
I haven't gotten the PS5 update yet. I've downloaded it,
no,
but
no,
there's
no.
no.
You got
I
it
can't
wrong.
find
I got
anything.
it wrong. Everyone got it wrong. Here's a
Okay.
newsflash to
Okay.
everyone on the podcast. This is
Okay. 'cause
one.
I've been okay. I'm
Yeah,
going to
here's
right
one
now.
banger thing you guys need to do. If you have downloaded the PlayStation 4 version of Final Fantasy 7, which amounts to 90 GB, right?
I'm on it right now.
Yeah.
Keep
Just
that.
fucking delete it. Just fucking delete it. Even if you check for an update, it's not gonna do that. What you gotta do is go to the PlayStation Store on the main page. Go to PlayStation. What do you say? Final Fantasy 7 Remake, not the intergrade. Go just to the plain Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Just open it up. Down on the right, if you see that three circles, click on that. Now they have updated with a new option saying Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade. Free update. You can click on that and then download. The file size is somewhere around 80 gigs, and that's how you do it.
Okay, say that. Okay, so in the story, I don't see that normal. It's in my library. I'm gonna have to look for it in the store.
Yeah, okay. I ran through how exactly it has to be done. Let's wrap up the show, Nelson. We can go back to how exactly to download that stuff on Discord if you'd like. So thanks again for everyone. We're gonna strive better to make the podcast better every single episode. So I genuinely love all you people for your engagement, for your reception, for patiently waiting, for all the shit which went across. But at the beginning of the show, in the midpoint of the show, we brought in some arguments, some nice topics regarding what's happening. Hopefully, you guys loved it. Hit that like button again. It's all love. This is Dr. Shivara from the PlayStation Vortex podcast. We're gonna come back again with the panel on 13th of June after the Microsoft E3 showcase. At the
Are we gonna
same
do
time.
it at night? Because I don't know what time that is for you. I thought it'd be I don't know.
No, it's
is
on
it
the
Wednesday
it's
or
in the morning, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So we're gonna anyways do our show
in
at
the afternoon? Okay, okay.
at the same time of 1 p.m. Pacific. So I think that's great. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Despite having that incredibly weird banter, people haven't left. Multiple people are still listening. That warms my heart. Thanks again, people. Thanks for sticking again. Wakanai, what's up, dude? Nelson, you were on the chat, right? Okay. Umar, you sure? Good show. Okay, thank you, Umar. Thanks for dropping by. See you guys in the next video.